land. Welcome back to my kitchen for one more morning. Um, yeah, brain no work, no good without caffeine. So let's get some caffeine in there. Let's discuss the purpose in pain, right? The reality that without pain, we would never learn, we'd never grow, and the struggle wouldn't mean anything. Yeah, that's where we're at. But we're gonna slow and steady get into this conversation. Sip on our coffee, have a cigarette, relax with me for a little while. I gotta start getting up a little bit earlier, coffee and getting the day rolling. But one step at a time, slow and steady. Take it easy on yourself. Don't expect you to do everything that you think you should do today. Drop those expectations. Slow them down a little bit. Let's aim for some realistic goals today. And start by saying hello to Miss Sally. Hello, Sally. It's so good to see you this morning. We're talking about the purpose in pain, Sally. I know that in the moment of pain and anguish and loss, right, there can be no purpose. It's so consuming and overwhelming that how could there be any purpose in this exhausting abyss of oblivion, right? But as we step back and we reflect on whatever we're going through from the outside looking in, there's always a silver lining. There's always growth. There's always love. There's always appreciation that comes from this struggle, the life, the fact that even just the understanding that you're not the only one who's gone through that pain. The realization that pain gave you empathy for another human being going through it. These are all beautiful gifts that come from the struggle. And I'm not saying that you should, praise every struggle, or you shouldn't be feeling grief or anxiousness or loss in times of pain. Pain is consuming. It consumes us. Can destroy you if you let it. His and hers. Hello, his and hers. I'm doing all right. Just getting rolling, getting moving, giving thanks this morning. Giving thanks for the pain, giving thanks for the struggle, giving thanks for this, the growth that comes from the pain and struggle, my friend. And I appreciate you stopping in today, his and hers. I hope you're doing well, brother. One of these days we'll actually have a conversation. I'm almost sure of it. Well, for now, slow and steady, nice and easy. We're going to get ourselves going, get some caffeine, some nicotine in us, and discuss the purpose of pain. Are you in any pain today? Are you struggling emotionally, physically, with abuse, addiction, grief? Is this something that's haunting you or someone you love? Well, you're in the right place, and we're here to back you up. It's not very true. I feel pain and I feel struggle. We are set up in a trapped world. Okay, so here's the reality of it. Would you be anywhere without that pain? I know it's hard to admit. It's hard to say, especially when you're in the pain, especially when you're dealing with grief, loss, regret, remorse. It's really hard to give it any validation, right? Because this world's so full of pain and we're saturated by it. But where would you be without it? Without the pain, you wouldn't learn. You'd stick your hand in the fire, and if it did not hurt, you would just leave it there, or you'd continuously put it in there until your hand fell off. There is a true purpose of growth and learning when it comes to pain. I'm not saying that you deserve pain, or that that you shouldn't try to negate pain in certain ways. But what I am saying is that we have to give respect to this pain. There's a reverence there that we look over because of the sorrow that comes along with the struggle. And I don't think we should look over that sorrow. I think we should appreciate it, especially. And it's only really possible when we're not in pain. When you're in the moment, it's nearly impossible. Hello, beautiful people. We love you, Lady J. Hell yes, says his and her Sally. Hey, lady. Pain, I know all too well. We do, all of us. We're saturated in pain, right? We're exposed to it. And the reality is there is purpose in it. And even in can't even talk this morning, but even in the depths of the most insane, dismiss that. I got to really get some coffee in me. Even in the deepest points of our pain, there's purpose, and in that moment, it could be angering to hear that there's purpose in it. I get that. In the moment of pain, it's not the time to reflect on the purpose of it. To take yourself out of it and find a center, and then understand there's purpose in whatever you're going through. is part of Creator's plan. Like, share, subscribe, double tap that screen support. Thank you very much, his and hers. We love your face. Paul C., good morning, brother. Lady J., my sweetheart, my sweet friend. Paul C., we love you. Thank you for coming in and spreading love. Sally, my love, how are you? I think Sally's doing all right, Lady J. We'll find out here in a minute. Channel 18, it's good to see you. Nice to meet you. I'm good, thank you. Sally's doing all right. IFV, hi, Scott, Turtle Herd. Well, hello, IFV, good sir. Catching up on some comments here. Yes, Channel 18 makes us stronger and wiser, right? When we ask for Creator, a God of your understanding, for strength, right? And obstacles are put in our way. A lot of times we get stubborn and pissy, right? Oh God, why is my life so hard? But if you go around the obstacle, which is an option, no strength comes, and you don't learn and grow at all. But if you hit that obstacle head on and you climb that gauntlet and you jump to the other side, you will be stronger, and there will be a purpose in it. And what you asked for will come to fruition, because you tackled this struggle head on, and that gives it purpose. Let's see where we're going here. Hope you all are having a great day. I'm Dizzle, the Mike Drizzle. I'm trying to wake up here. I can't shake it off. Can you not see? Wait, what can I not see? What I do? Spell check. IFV. Hey, Scott, Turtle Herd. Yeah, spell check. Can you not see? I can't not see. I'm still waking up there, Salatin. How you doing today? Lady, I'm glad you're here, Paul, Scott, and all turtles are amazing. Yes, we love you very much, and thank you for being part of the Turtle Herd here. Deciding to subscribe and weather the burden together with your brothers and sisters. Slow and steady, nice and easy. We're going to find our way through the pain. I'm not saying that you should be happy about the pain when you're in it. I'm not saying that if you're struggling right now that you should be appreciative in this moment. Push through the struggle and keep pushing forward, and we'll find appreciation once we subside the pain. When you're hungry, it's hard to think of anything else. When you bump your leg or you smash your elbow, like that's the world you live in. When you're saturated in pain, that's all there is, right? How can you be appreciative in that moment? I think that eventually maybe we could find a way to be appreciative in that moment, but through meditation and reflection. But I would say that for me, that's still not there. While I'm in pain, right? Dizzle, the Mike Drizzle, Jack and Crank. Appreciate you guys chatting today. Country, how's everyone doing? I think everybody's doing pretty well. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's getting started. We're only about 7 minutes in, so we'll get Rizzy rolling here in just a second once the caffeine kicks in. I'm still stretching it out this morning. I know I got to start waking up earlier, got to start moving. I'll be honest with you, I've been, a little bit. The car's been broke the last couple of days because of that pulley. My buddy's got the part, and he's already up and running this morning, and he's going to put that spindle on and the belt back on for us today. If not, I'll just get the part off him. He's a busy guy, and we'll just do it. It'll take 10 minutes. But kind of trapped the last couple days. But thankful, right? Because the car rolled into the driveway the other day. James and Crank. Hey, guys. Lady J, we says hello. James, it's so good to see you. We are all here to learn from front of the class, says Paul C. Hey, Lady J. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Sit in front of the class. Be humble. Be appreciative for the pain that comes into your life. Despite that when you're in it, it's going to be hard to digest. Look back and reflect on the struggles you've gone through, and look at the man or woman that you are in this moment because of those struggles. Have a good cup of coffee, relax, and appreciate all those struggles. The loss, the grief, the addiction, the abuse. Even I mean, there's times where it's hard for me to be an adult because of the struggle as a child, because this how this blackboard was filled with pain and anguish, and just this understanding of handing the boulder back and forth as a younger man was all I knew, right? But I give thanks for that in this moment, because that struggle may have hurt, but now I can have an open heart for my brothers and sisters. Now we can come together as a group, and I can truly be empathetic and help you understand that you're not alone. So there's a purpose in all that pain, all the beatings, all the negative words and nasty things said, all the time left out alone and broken and lost into this world of pain, right? it all has purpose because we can be here together, and I can open my heart to my brothers and sisters, and we can weather the burden together. We can find a way to push forward through the struggle, and that gives it purpose. Wifey, I do not quit smoking cold turkey. Did you quit smoking cold? Oh, wait, did I miss something? MD will be right back. Glad I caught the level. I'm glad you caught the live too, country. It's good to see you in. I know I spent a couple days. I had some things going on, but it's good to see everybody here. Yesterday, I did go have that appointment with the pastor concerning my loved one we spoke on a few days ago and the struggle they're going through. And I mean, I don't know what I expected. They asked me what I expected, and I just said I don't have expectations. I do expect this pastor to straighten out the understanding of this person who's causing pain in this scenario. That you can't just take God into your heart and then continuously give out pain because now you're forgiven. That's not how it works. There's true penance. There's true love and understanding and respect. You can't just be a monster. That was the only expectations I had for these people is for them to make sure that this gentleman that was in the scenario understood that he couldn't just beat and hard R his wife, do whatever he wants to his children and be okay because he can keep wiping the slate clean, because that's not how it works in any religion. Outside of that, I just let them know that I'm here to shine Creator's light. That's it. And hopefully now that I can explain to them what's going on with this family that I love, that they can see it clearly, that the manipulation that this gentleman and my, this person I care for, sends out into the world because they don't want people to see what they're doing because they're full of shame, because they're full of pain. Hopefully they can see through that a little bit more and help them is basically the only thing I could do. And it's like, they want evidence and this and that to try to really help them, but there is none. The way that the situation is, and when you're wrapped in an immense amount of pain and you're born to it, like how to kind of keep it to yourself and keep that cycle of pain and anguish revenant or alive in your heart. So I guess there is, and there is time to let go of pain. That's this person that I'm in, that I'm talking about, that I love deeply, is immersed in pain. They were trained to it, and they passed the boulder back and forth their entire life with everybody involved. And then there's shame when the pain and anger subsides. So they've learned to hide it, and that's not a good thing. Because anytime anybody comes to help, to truly help, nothing changes because this person doesn't know how to be honest with the police or with CPS. They're so scared that things will change that they don't allow even the church they go to help them. Country, I gotta go up. Doop-a-doodle-doo. Be right back. Right. Thank you, Channel 18. Do you quit smoking good turkey? Did you quit smoking cold turkey? I have. I think you're talking to, sorry, I'm still waking up. What is the topic of the day? It's purpose in pain, brother. The purpose in pain. Being blessed, my brother. Thank you, Paul. Hey guys, Sally, I'm so glad you guys, look at you guys. I'm so glad you guys become this loving, group of positive, and there's men and women, but there's a giant chunk of positively thinking, loving, caring, compassionate women here that back each other up, and I think that's amazing. We all back each other up, but the caregivers in our community are top notch and second to none, without a doubt. So if you have anything you're going through, you think a man might not understand, that's okay. I might not understand, but Lady J might, Sally might, MD might, and all these people want to help you to find your way through the pain. Despite how valuable it is, if we learn the lesson and move forward, we don't have to live in it. We don't have to stew in that pain forever. That's the other thing too. When are we gonna recognize that we're ruminating? Pain has this way of, it's got this addictive quality to it, right? Where, I know it's hard to say, right? But when you're born to pain and that's all you know, without it, the world feels hollow and dull. And that's a crazy thing. Believe me, right? It seems insane, right? But normality and peace can be scary because you're waiting for the dime to drop. When you're in pain, you're handling the scenario, and it's a lot easier to digest. When you got to find a way out of that. And so we got outside. Don't get good fight to win. Jay, is that coming? I think I missed something. Bless you too, Paul. C. Thank you for being a proud member of the Turtle Herd. Slow and steady, we weather the burden together. Don't forget to double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. They do. We always thought they shouldn't have. Without a doubt, we're going to embrace pain today. We're going to embrace the struggle. We're going to embrace the lessons that come along with pain. The hunger that drives us to appreciate the burger and give thanks to the animals and the plants that gave their lives for us to I can't even talk. To have sustenance in our lives, ladies and gentlemen. If you're never hungry, you're never going to truly evaluate a burger. So there's pain and there's value, right? That pain of being hungry, that pain of the struggle, really gives value to the things in this world. When you strive for them and you push for them, and the pain and anguish that comes from doing your best to approach. And I can't even put words together today. I got to get a bunch more coffee in my brain. The struggle that comes with the approach, right? The change, the growth. It's also beautiful in retrospect. If you're riding it out, you're going to be okay today. We're going to be okay. We're in this together. And if you're out there struggling in YouTube land, you're in the right place. You found this for the right reason. We weather the burden together. That's not a joke. That's our credo. That's what I live by. That's the purpose of pain, is to bring us together. Pain brings us together in a way nothing else can. When we feel pain, when we feel loss, when we feel grief, when we feel anxiety, these things can bind us in a way that nothing else can. Now, we can allow them to trauma bond us, and focus on the pain and be consumed by it, or we can let go of the pain and grow from it together, and that will really bond us in a positive way. And that's the kind of bond that I want here with you guys. Sally, Lady J, it took me 5 times. I know, and listen, we got 5K and I'm quitting, without a doubt. So we got 3 more K. We're approaching it quickly. IFV. Gee, it took me 5 times. We're talking about quitting smoking. Yeah, that's a struggle, right? And then once you get through that pain, then the purpose will be that I know better now, right? I didn't know better when I started smoking. When I was in so much pain as a younger man that I tried to subside it with an outside source. I know that hell is pretty strange. Heaven is some situation. I know hell is too strange. Heaven in some situation. Chris Brown, hi Scott, you're indoors, fabulous. We are, Chris Brown. We're moving and shaking and getting ourselves moving and shaking today, and we're talking about the purpose in pain, my brother. Let's some house guests this morning. Let them have their get my things together. We'll go sit by the old fireplace. Yeah. And then we'll get caught up in comments, and we'll weather the burden together, my brothers and sisters. Let's slow down here a little bit. Getting my together today, slow and steady today. I hope you're finding love. I hope you're finding purpose in the pain. I hope that you understand that if you're struggling today, you're not alone. We're here with you. Whether we've been through the struggle and we're on the other side rooting for you, or whether we're in that struggle with you in this very moment, we love and appreciate you. And I'm glad that you're out there, YouTube land. I'm glad you made it through last night. Give yourself the credit. You made it through yesterday, despite the struggle. Let me get caught up on comments. I will be reading everybody's comments. So if you guys just hang on for a second, we'll get caught up. Big love in your chat. Yes, Paul. Deep and compassionate love here in the chat. One day at a time, one step at a time. That's it. Slow and steady, country. Take it easy on yourself today. Show yourself love despite the pain that you might be going through. Don't get frustrated. Take it out on yourself and the people around you. One of the big tricks of pain is that it kind of subsides it a little bit when we're in pain and we hand pain to somebody else. But it's not real. It's not real validation of that pain. It's not real submission of that pain. It actually makes that pain grow in your heart. You really got to let that go and appreciate what it brings to the table. We start handing pain around. That's when we all become lost. I grew up in an abyss of pain where that's it. That's how everybody did. That's what we all did. We handed the pain around. thinking that it was going to go away, and it never did, right? It just grew and grew and grew until it consumed everybody's lives. And that's what I'm struggling with this person that I love today. There, this last week or so, it's been really emotionally draining week because I don't know what to do for this person I love. They're in so much pain and they refuse to do anything. Yet they call me with tears in their eyes, and all I see is this beautiful little girl that I swore to protect. What do we do? Do we go beat that darkness into submission? That never works. I can guarantee you that if you're out there deciding that you want to beat the darkness into submission, I'm telling you, it might feel good, but you're feeding it. It's going to grow. You can't fight the darkness. You have to love it. I know it sounds crazy, right? Sounds pretty intense, sounds pretty insane, but you have to step back and do the next right thing for yourself and the people around you. Would I want to go and beat this dude to a bloody pulp? Of course, that's what I initially feel, right? He hurt someone I love. There's pain going on in this scenario that I can stop. Because that's what I was shown as a child. You beat things into submission, and that's what I promised myself that I would do if anybody I loved was in pain when I grew up. I'd beat it in submission. I'd stomp it out of existence when I got big enough, because I had watched so much pain as a child. But I tried that, and all it did was make the pain and anguish worse. All it did was extend the trauma that I was stuck in. Women are strong. The women are strong. We love our strong women here, one day at a time. Yes. Women are the life givers in this world. We should give thanks to them. They are the strong ones. We as warriors back up these caregivers. This feminine energy, positivity, and hope and light. It's our job as warriors to protect and nurture that, so that caregiving nature doesn't get distorted in pain and grief. Lady J, IFE says, Lady J, I switched my dryer vaping, so not cold turkey, just quit tobacco. Okay, well, slow and steady. And my Stoguru went out on me. It's going to be a rough morning here, ladies and germs. Getting the ball rolling. Like I said, it's been an emotional few days. So I'm just kind of taking a breath, reflecting that I've done the best I can to alleviate the pain in the ones for the ones I love, despite what they think is good for them. Here's the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen. If you love somebody, you're going to hurt them, because they're not going to want to hear what you have to say when you're trying to alleviate their pain. They're not going to want to hear it. If they're anything like where I came from and all they know is pain, then letting go of that pain can be anguish. Because you're so unsure of what's on the other side or what could be, that pain. It's comforting, right? It's relaxing. It's easing. Despite how much it hurts when you're in it, and despite how much it continues to hurt you, it's all you know, right? I implore you to acknowledge that if you're saturated in pain. If you grew up in a situation like I grew up, where it was just handing the boulder of pain around, acknowledge that. Decide you don't want to be that today. I'm going to be the shimmering light that Al Smoke was in my life for the world, and I'm going to try to alleviate that pain and that struggle for as many of my brothers and sisters as possible by giving appreciation for it, by growing past it and setting down the boulder of pain today. Every time someone's angry with you and you put it in that backpack, every time somebody says something nasty to you because they're struggling, it's just them taking that, they're taking that boulder they were handed and they're handing it to you. And somehow these boulders multiply. When they take it out of their pack, when you take this boulder of pain that you were handed out of your pack and you hand it to somebody else, all of a sudden there's two of them. You're each carrying the boulder now. And that'll weigh you down and consume you. I guess the big purpose here today is to acknowledge that we let go of this pain through appreciating the purpose and the lessons that come through it. That's how we truly let go of this pain and don't let it control ourselves. Sitting and spinning does no good. Ruminations, Ellie, yes, does no good. But we do got to reflect on it enough so that we can learn and grow. So if you are reflecting, don't beat yourself up, right? You're not beating that dead horse until you've been beating the dead horse for too long. Until the conversation isn't relevant, and then revenant, or God, Jesus, I can't find the words this morning. There is purpose in it. Temu is awesome. So maybe we'll look into being a Temu rep. Craig sent us a link saying we could apply to be like a rep, where they'll send us some cool stuff and we can use it on our journeys. Let go of the pain. Yes, Chris Brown, let go of the pain. Hold on to the lesson that came with it. When you stick your hand in the fire and you get burned, let go of the pain. Let the wound heal and tend to it in a proper way. But don't ever forget that pain. Hold on to the thought of that pain so you don't have to stick your hand back in the fire. But as humans, we just keep doing it. It's going to hurt. It hurt again. I'm going to hurt myself again. It's all good. I'm used to it. I deserve it, right? So I'm going to keep sticking my hand in the fire. You don't deserve the pain out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to set it down, my brothers and sisters. It's time to become something more than just the struggle and the darkness you were born to. It's time to let it go and be open with your brothers and sisters so you can heal and grow in a positive, appreciative way. Pain will make you stronger. It does make you stronger. I highly agree with that, Paul C. But you have to recognize the lessons in that pain. You have to recognize how valuable the burger is because you've been struggling and been hungry, or you're not going to grow. You got to give it the God, I can't find words this morning. I am just shitting the bed on that. You got to give it the respect and appreciation that it demands so that you can learn and grow from it. It to be is the devil's work. This is the other thing I've heard. Kind of struggle with that. Everything's so cheap because they don't pay for labor, right? Yeah, I try to recognize the pain that comes along with cost, right? If things are cheap, there's a lot of pain involved. Things a lot of time when things are cheap, and easy to obtain, it's because of how much pain that's involved in the scenario. And I've been told that, maybe Toomey doesn't, they're in other countries, they don't have the laws we have. I'm not sure how true that is, but I do know that that pain makes things easier, right? In certain aspects, it's an easy way out to fall into the pain and to just indulge in what's easy. But that's not what we're trying to do here. To me, you do not really know what you're getting until you get it. You do not even know what you're going to get. Can be up to 3 or 4 weeks. I've never ordered from Toomey, so I don't know, but I do know they have an affiliate program, or maybe we could get some toys to play with and just kind of show off the fun stuff we find on there. If we become an affiliate, I thought that would be pretty cool, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to indulge in that. I want to do a little bit more research on Toomey and make sure they're not a slave labor driven company before I get involved with them, because I don't want to get involved in taking the easy route, right? I get free stuff, so I don't care how it's made. I get cheap stuff, so I don't care how it's made. Like that's part of allowing pain to control the world. When you do that, that's part of allowing. That's not digesting pain. That's not appreciating it. If there's pain involved in you getting something cheaper and you're accepting that, then you're a part of that pain. You're a part of that struggle. And I don't want to be part of that struggle for anybody. I want my brothers and sisters to be happy and to grow and to love and learn and to become something more out there. James, they got you hooked, lined, and sinker. They got James good. I love it. Shop like a billionaire. Yeah. Well, I have seen some cool stuff on Tubi. I'll give you that. So I'm not sure exactly. They're into like all kinds of stuff now. Maybe it'd be something worth checking out. I'm going to do a little bit more research. I implore you to do the same. I've heard some good things. I've heard some bad things about Toomey. I don't want my decisions, and my, ignorance to cause any more pain in this world. If I'm turning my head and causing pain, I'm still causing pain. And that's not something that I want to do to this world. That's not something I want to bring into this world. Pain, says James. I know you're feeling pain right now. Your knee is probably struggling deep, right, brother? Find a way out to the pain. Take the stepping stones. Take the leaps. Slow and steady. Find your way out of the abyss today. Through accepting the pain. Through accepting the struggle that comes along with opening your heart to this pain and the lesson that this pain is trying to teach you, whether it be abuse, addiction, whether you're the one abusing or been abused, whether you're the one addicted or been addicted, whether you're the one going through grief and lost somebody, or you love somebody who's lost somebody. By acknowledging this pain, we're going to grow from it together today, and find the lessons in it. If anybody's out there struggling, please express yourself so we can walk through this valley together, so we can experience it together and grow together. If you've put your hand in fire and it fire hot and it hurt and you don't know how to handle it, there's other human beings who've been burned in the same way that you've been burned, and we can discuss that together. Find a way to grow and learn and love. I am doing very well. You can hardly tell I had surgery already. That's awesome, James. That's really good to hear. Round of applause for James for healing up good. Appreciate for those on the receiving end of pain is the best thing to do. Advocating for those. See, I can't even read this morning. Advocating for those on the other end of pain. Yes. But here's the reality of it too, man. I've met a lot of amazing human beings that have been through a lot of pain, and then they shelter their children from all the pain in the world, and their children become this void of emotions and empathy. It's a scary thing, man. It really is a scary thing to watch a human being, you know, become something dark because they've never seen pain, because they're too sheltered from it. So keep that in mind today too. If you love your children, let them experience a little bit of pain. Let them learn fire hot firsthand, because no matter how many times you tell them fire hot, as you know, if you have children, they don't learn until they burn themselves. And we're all children here trying to learn and grow and appease God of our understanding. IFV, I might take a leaf out of your book. Yes, I think we should. That's the whole point here, is for us to take chapters out of each other's books, right? So that we can learn and grow together. I appreciate you guys communicating. My friend who is in pain all the time is actually thankful. He says feeling the madness high of clarity. The few days he is not. He is extremely philosophical. And where do you think that philosophical notions come from? Where do you think that this wisdom that I spread before you comes from? It comes from that pain, and he seems like he understands this struggle in a way that he wouldn't without the pain. That's the thing, man. This pain will teach you a lesson. It'll help you grow. It'll help you learn. It'll help you find something inside of you that you would have never thought was possible. You become something more than you ever could have became without the pain. uh, and that's what we're focusing on today. The purpose of pain, the purpose in that, the ability to grow through the pain is the purpose. If we can embrace the lessons that Creator is trying to teach you, a God of your understanding is trying to lay before you, I believe we can learn and grow together from the pain. Without a doubt, I know we can, and I have. And especially your buddy there who's in so much pain all of the time. Look at that. Look at this philosophical human being he is. That didn't come from, him being catered to and never allowing to feel pain. That came from him feeling this pain. Chris Brown says he'll be burning and a little bit of herbage for fun until he dies. Well, you got to have levity in this world. You got to have medicine too. I believe that. If you find a little bit of a prease from the pain, I suggest that you take it as needed. That's what medicine does, right? It alleviates the pain so that we can be outside of it and reflect on that pain. I don't think that anything should alleviate that pain where we don't think about it. I know that with me as a younger man, drugs and alcohol subsided the pain too much. I didn't learn anything, and I wasn't learning and growing because I was too busy trying to subside the struggle that I was born into. Um, and me too, says James. Well, me three. Dry herb vaping helped me quit tobacco because I still use cannabis. Yeah, I'm sure it did. See, for me, I don't know. The cannabis, it kind of makes it harder to quit smoking, because that's like the part of the process for me, right? You smoke and then you smoke, right? But I'm working on cigarettes. We're gonna, like I said, 5K. You guys are gonna make it happen through your interaction, appreciation, and hope for me. And I'm gonna learn from this struggle. That ignorant young man that picked up a cigarette at 11 years old, was given a cigarette at 11 years old, didn't know anybody better, and it's become such a part of my life that despite the tobacco, it's the action, it's the movement, it's the comfort from doing this thing that has become a part of my life. Good day, fellow unknown info. It's so good to see you today. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. Yes, and if you give an easy life to the young ones in your life, if you make it too simple on them, their life will be harder. They won't learn and grow. Our job here as caregivers to the children in this world is to help them grow. And the big thing that you can do is allow them to feel pain at times. I'm not saying to allow them to hurt themselves in a way that'll traumatize them for the rest of their life. But what I am saying is allow them to feel the struggle, because no matter what somebody says to you, we learn firsthand. That's what we do. And we're not going to learn without pain. We're not going to grow without the struggle. I mean, I'm sure you've all met somebody out there who's been catered to and coddled and given everything in the world. And believe me, as a younger man, I was jealous of these human beings. Why do you get all this cool? You got a cool car, a nice apartment you don't have to pay for. Mom and dad buys you all the food you need. You're never hungry. But then you sit down and have a conversation with this human being, and there's no reflection. It's all empty inside, because there's been no pain there can be no growth. Good day, fellow Turtle Herd members. Oh, no info. Good day to you too. M Dizzle's back. Everyone again, hello. Well done, James. We appreciate you, James, for struggling through the pain. -2, 122 degrees with no problem. Awesome. Wooers, James, that's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Maria, I cannot climb stairs with no problem. My healthcare had to quit because I'm doing so well. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you're pushing forward, James. That inspires me, brother. You know, your willingness to hit the pain head on and not let it consume you. You could have just popped a pill, keep popping a pill, keep popping a pill, and not be in pain, right? Would you be at where you're at if you didn't feel any of it? Would you be at where you're at if you didn't get up and do the uncomfortable thing? Sometimes we got to put ourselves in pain. Do the uncomfortable thing so you can grow. And that doesn't mean just physically. It was very uncomfortable, hard for me yesterday to go talk to this pastor and open my heart in a realistic way. But I needed to do that despite the struggle and pain so that I could help somebody in love that I love that's struggling. And true love is doing what's right for someone you love. It's not letting go and doing what's easy. It's facing the struggle with them head on, and doing what's good for them despite what they think. I've had a lot of people in my life that cared for me deeply, that did what was good for me despite what I wanted in the moment. I'm human. I want it easy. I want it now, and I want no more pain. But the people I've loved have allowed me to feel that pain and allowed me to learn the lesson that I've needed to learn through the struggle of pain. MD, James says I can climb stairs with no problem. Yeah, your healthcare provider is not needed, and that's absolutely awesome. Congratulations, James, says M Dizzle. Thank you, says James, and we're at the bottom. Awesome. Yeah, it's like an automatic response, Scott. You maybe at times smoke and you don't even remember that you did it. So that's the thing. We get into this cycle. The smoking thing's hard for me because that's why I roll my own cigarettes, slow myself down. That's part of the thing for me, and I like feeling like a cowboy. My grandfather was a John Wayne fan and grew up with this appreciation for simpler things. And not only does it slow me down to smoke my own cigarettes or roll my own cigarettes, but it helps me out. Maybe, yeah. And then you do end that. It's like anything else, right? We do end up doing these things out of response after it becomes a habit. Before you know it, you're just chain smoking cigarettes. That's why I got to have something to slow me down and stop me, or I would just smoke a cigarette after cigarette after cigarette. Well, we're all congratulating James out there and sending love. Some hearts to James out there for going through his healing process and hitting the pain head on. James, you're an amazing influence in this world. You're an amazing influence in my heart, and we appreciate you being a member of the Turtle Herd. The fact that you're out there facing this pain head on, and you're already growing to the point where you could send your nurse away because you don't need her. That's amazing. You're not doing that out of some selfish nature, and you're not sitting there just alleviating the pain with a pill over and over again. I know you're not, or you wouldn't be healing. And as a younger man, that's the only thing I was shown too, is just to alleviate the pain through this instant gratification of drugs and alcohol. That's what everybody around me was doing. That's the only, that and handing the boulder were the two things that were put onto my plate as a younger man, because that's what I was shown. So how was I supposed to know anything else? Even though I indulged in that for quite some time, I met a mentor, a father figure who took me in and took care of me and taught me the purpose of the struggle, taught me how to grow through the struggle so that I could learn how to set down the pain. The boulder of pain today, ladies and gentlemen, that somebody's handing you. It's not your pain. Let's stop taking that pain. Let's stop taking everybody's pain. If you're in customer service today, especially, you'll see it. You see it every day. Someone comes in and treats you like shit because their wife is mad at them and belittles them, or someone in their life has taken the control. Someone in their life has taken the control away from them. So they try to gather that control through making you feel pain. And if you get angry at them, then they're winning. And you're taking that boulder of pain they're handing you and you're putting it in your pack. If you smile right in their face and you think to yourself, wow, this dude has a rough life. Someone's hurting this guy. You can have compassion and you don't have to pick up that pain. It's not yours. That's the other thing too. There is purpose in pain, but not all pain is yours. You don't deserve it all, despite what you've been taught, despite what was put on your plate as a child. You don't deserve all that pain. That thought was something that was put into my plate because the people around me that raised me, most of them were in so much damn pain that's all they knew was to hand the pain. So from a young age, that's all I knew. I deserve it. It's my fault. I deserve the pain. If you guys, I do have some old photos I found. If you guys are interested in seeing younger Scott, about 16, doing fun stuff. Well, some fun stuff, doing some idiot stuff too. Little photo camera I had when I was a teenager. Feel free to let me know. I could show you a couple of those pictures if you're interested. We keep our children close and support them every day, every hour. Hopefully I've not transformed too much pain to them. Chris Brown, I think that acknowledging that you're trying not to, right? Have you ever heard of the 4 agreements? The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. And the biggest point in that, to be impeccable with your word, is that we have to acknowledge that our words carry weight, especially with children. They're so open and vulnerable that one negative word can hinder them for their whole life. You got a beautiful little child that sings on a daily basis, and you love the singing, and it's amazing, right? And you appreciate that singing and that child. And then the one day you have a bad day, that you speak out of turn to that child when they're singing, and they think their singing's crap, and they never sing again. And that's on you, man. That's handing the boulder of pain. This child will never sing again, and never have the confidence and love that it had, because you snapped and you spoke out of turn without realizing it. Be impeccable with your word today. Let's not spread, just because pain, encourages growth, doesn't mean that all pain has a purpose. If you're handing around your pain because you're in pain, because that's the only tool you've been given, there's no real purpose in that. Hi, his and hers. That would be cool, Scott, mate. I'm Dizzle. I don't know what we're talking about. Still waking up. Still need 19 more cups of coffee before I get my brain going. Let's go heat up my coffee. I'll sit down to Stogaroo for a minute and get our coffee right. I need more coffee in my brain for sure. I'm gonna struggle today. I struggle with feeling stuck. The Galactic Avengers, a little out of commission right now. That causes me pain. But I've been through pain before. I understand the struggle. I know that my brother out there who's trying to help me out, who's getting the part and the belt for me, has got a lot going on. And just like here, how we take everything for a grain of salt, with a grain of salt, but for face value, I do that in my life as well. With my buddy there, I have no expectations. He already got the part. He's struggling. If it comes down to it and I got to put it together, I'm not going to hold it against him, right? I'm not going to continue this struggle of pain because he didn't do what he said he was going to do. I dropped those expectations. Expectations breed resentment. And I implore you not to hold on to those expectations, because it will breed resentments in your life. I feel stuck too. I think we all know, to be honest, here, the economy is shit and the future does not look right. That's a true statement, yeah. Well, all we can do is hold on and do the best we can. And it does look like we're going down a shitty road here, out of greed, out of... I believe our biggest problem is putting people in power without consequence. And you can't do that. There has to be oversight, because without oversight, people are going to spend and spend and spend and spend. If you gave me $1 million and no one tracked how I spent it in a year, and then you gave me another $1 million next year and I just kept expecting it, then shit would get out of hand real quick with anybody, with any of us. Now if you gave me $1 million today, Scott, you got to do this, this, and this with it, and I need you to show me what you did with it to make sure you did it, or you're not getting it again. Then believe me, there consequences and maybe a little bit of fear, right? There's somebody overlooking me, so I have to do the right thing. I don't think we have much of that going on in our government, and not that I'm too political or whatever else, but I think that some oversight would be good. I think that taking, the power away from these people that have had money for so long and become entitled to this money that they can just throw around, it's probably a good thing. But who am I, right? I've separated myself from money to a certain extent because I understand how damning it can be. I understand how consuming it can be. I've made enough to know that money will consume you. Tree Farmer, #Tree Farmer. It's good to see you, brother. We haven't talked about the car giveaway yet today, but it's always good to see you in. And I've seen a couple hashtags on my videos. You're a saint, brother. We're gonna, for me, hashtag tree farmer. I don't know how you guys feel. He's been doing great, reaching out in the community and being a part of that, watching some videos, commenting appropriately. He comes into here and shows us our love and appreciation. So as we give this car away, Tree Farmer is at the top of the list at the moment, but it's anybody's game. If you know somebody who needs a free car, please check out the Galactic Avenger in my playlist. We'll be giving that away as soon as I get a new vehicle. And very simply, too, we're not asking for any money, no subscriptions, no random drawings. It's all about being a part of the community. It's all about accepting, loving, and appreciating who you are and putting this thing to good use. Because I know that giving to a lot of people can hinder their growth, just making it easy, right? And that's not what I want this car to do. I don't want this car to be given to somebody who's just going to hinder them on their growth. It seems like Tree Farmer, struggles a lot, but that struggle, that pain will help him appreciate this vehicle. And, his and hers says, I feel like people will never get to live what the weight of the economy is going. Well, so here's the thing. There's always a way to live, brother. We get wrapped up in all these complicated things. Air in your lungs, earth beneath your feet, 4 directions. I know that we're bombarded by all these simple things, these prepackaged foods and this easy way of living that's been presented for us. But people have struggled for thousands of years without any of these things, through tyrannous governments, through apocalypses and abysses of pain and struggle that are way beyond what we can comprehend, because we're kind of coddled here. There's been no point in history when you could go into a store and get the amount of things you can get, and that kind of makes us soft. Maybe we're going into a harder time so that we can learn, so we can struggle a little bit, and understand that we've put ourselves in this scenario. And that's not just the government that's doing it. It's us. It's our compliance. It's our inability to stand up for what's right and say no more. Because we're conditioned to just be okay with the little bit that we have, right? Well, there's monsters out there just sucking this country financially dry. And that's not even just this country. It's the world, my brothers and sisters. It's the world. You put power in any man's hand, any woman's hands, and it'll get out of control unless you put it in check. There's got to be some kind of pain. There's got to be some kind of understanding of the value of that money, or it'll never be enough. And here's the thing for me. What did 10, 20 grand? Would that be enough? Would that be a lot of money to most of my brothers and sisters out there? I'm almost sure of it. There's a lot of people in this world that would put their nose down to 10 or 20 grand. That would leave this world on their own record if they looked at their bank account and there was only 10 or 20 grand in there. And I know that sounds crazy, but to us that struggle, but that's how saturating money is. The more you get, the more you want, the more you spend, the more you need, the more you deserve, the more that you stop thinking of your brothers and sisters and what they need. And that's something we're trying to rectify here, is to think about your brothers and sisters. Take care of yourself, your family, your community, yourself first by filling your cup. But you don't need to oversaturate yourself. You don't need to, I don't understand generational wealth. All you're doing is destroying your children to come by making it easy on them, by making them soft, by everybody should struggle a little bit to get to where they need to be so they understand the value of money. If you give somebody, thousands of dollars a day for the rest of their life, they're never going to understand money, and they're going to go through it quickly because there is no struggle to obtain it, nor is there any repercussions on blowing through it because it'll keep being there. And then this creates this non-value to money. Having a lot of money, which I've never had a lot of money, but I've had more than I ever thought I could have. And it helped me realize that I don't want it. I want to be Poe. I want to be running around doing the next straight thing, maybe get a chunk of property, build on it a little bit, help out my brothers and sisters. Let's get to some comments. No, we're already still at the bottom. See you later, Chris Brown. Sorry I didn't catch you, brother. Thanks, Scott. You were awesome. Take care. Quit smoking tobacco. Switch MD, please. So we're going to quit when we hit 5K, brother. You got to invite some friends in. Exactly, Farber. We're so proud to always have you, brother. I hope you're doing well today. I know there's a struggle out there in the world. I look forward to meeting you, whether the community decides you get this vehicle or not. Uh, but I implore you to keep going out there and putting the work in. You know, define your spot by going out and watching. There's 400 videos, man. All the fun stuff's in my shorts. I'm sure there's tons of stuff you haven't seen that you could give your opinion on that'll solidify your place in this group and your willingness to put a little work in. And the work is just being a part of the community. You know, that's all I'm asking for this free car. Be part of the community. Show that you're willing to put a little bit of work in so that I know that you understand pain, so that I know that you'll value this vehicle that'll be put in your hands for free. That's all I'm asking. That's all we're asking as a group here, for a free vehicle. Check out the 10-minute live, the car giveaway and how it works. Check out my playlist, The Galactic Avenger, for the car we are giving away. It's not a Rolls Royce, ladies and gentlemen, but it is an amazing vehicle that'll get you there. Tell you one thing, it's never left me on the side of the road. Even with this last little breakdown where the pulley went and the belt broke, we rolled right into the driveway before it died. And it's a simple little fix, a pulley and a belt. We're going to be all right. We got that stuff coming. We just got to be patient. We got a friend out there that's going to bring us this stuff so we can fix the old Galactic Avenger. And yes, are there hiccups along the way? Is there struggles? Did I want to stay in the car with the new heater that we installed? Yes. Was I able to? No, because it was negative 1,012 degrees up in Potsdam next to Canada. And I put diesel fuel in that I learned a lesson, right? We learned. I couldn't sleep in my car. Stayed at my buddy's house. And it sucked and it hurt because I wanted what I wanted, right? I wanted to make sure this heater would work fine. But we learned something. It didn't work out the way we wanted, and we learned. I'm going to start using kerosene, at least like a 50-50 mix. We probably just kerosene because we only go through a gallon or two to keep the damn thing warm for a week, is what it seems like. So why wouldn't I just use kerosene? It won't freeze. And that's the learning curve. That's the lesson. That's the silver lining to pain. Yeah, I was frustrated, kept trying to run that pump. If I wouldn't have just given into the pain, I'd have kept trying to run that pump until I blew the pump up. But I subsided it, and I said, calm down. I'm not going to be able to sleep in the vehicle tonight because it's negative 12,000 degrees. And, the heater ain't working, which is in one of the shorts. Check it out, our little heater installation that we put into the Galactic Avenger that'll be going with the car if someone needs it to survive. Another $100 that I'm willing to donate into the next right thing through what I've put into this vehicle. Try not thinking about the world's problems. Little I can do about it. Yeah, me as well. I'll be honest with you, but every once in a while, I kind of just want to reflect on it. It helps us to understand human nature a bit, to see how the big dogs in the world, as they see themselves, run the world. How much greed, and it'll help us do that lesson of pain, man. Greed's a huge thing. Look at these people, man. They make so much money that they don't know what to do with it, and they need more. And they keep giving themselves raises, and they keep you know what I'm saying? It's never enough. There's tyranny in this world when it comes to money, and especially without oversight. You can't give anybody, a large sum of money and expect them to do the next right thing fully. Even me, if you gave me $1 million without having, without me having to justify where it went and what I did with it, there'd probably be some shenanigans going on. I think that for me at this point in my life, I've been through enough pain that I'd use that money to alleviate pain, but I'd use a lot more of it to alleviate pain if there was some kind of oversight in what I'm doing with it. Because I'm human, right? Because we get excited, because we do things, because we get it, especially when it comes to money, man. Money is excitable. Money is one of these things that'll consume you and distort your perception. And believe me, I know that. I became something I didn't want to become. I became consumed by making more money because now I could buy my nieces and nephews whatever they want. And shout out to Sean, my little buddy, for helping me in the midst of making money to understand the value of family over money. Because this little guy was, God, I don't even know how old he was. He was little, and probably 10. And we're at Walmart, and I'm like, dude, buy whatever you want. I'm on the phone. I got to get this paint job going. I got to get the guys rolling. I got to make all this money. Put whatever you want in the cart, brother. Blah, 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 blah on the phone. And my nephew's just like, I want to spend time with you. I'm like, dude, we are spending time. Get whatever you want, right? He looked at me and said, no, Uncle Scott. Like, I miss who you were. And I just got upset. And I was like, get whatever you want, man. Like, what's the big deal? And And I wish I would have known in that moment to just not give a shit about all this stuff I was buying him and took him to the movies and went ice skating with him or took a hike with him, because that's what he really wanted. He wanted time with his Uncle Scott. He missed that goofball jackass that I was when I wasn't worried about making money all the damn time. But I got so consumed with making money so quickly because money will distort who you are before you know it. I was just lucky enough to have somebody's wisdom who understood money. Al really helped me to understand money through a concept or a conversation that we had. He said to me that you're going to make a lot of money, Scotty. And when you do, don't forget who you are. Don't forget the value of money. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, pick a number right now. Pick a number. And when you hit that number, be content with what you have. And I thought the number I picked was astronomical. 30 grand is a lot of money, right? I'm never going to obtain that amount of money. Well, within a couple of years, I had that amount of money because I squirreled it all away and all I was doing was concerned about making money, and it still wasn't enough. And then his lesson truly came to fruition. And the other part of his lesson was when you hit that amount of money that you think is astronomical, take a break. Now I had a mentor there that's consumed with money, and it's all that matters to this person. And she pushed me to keep pushing. My father was ill and he was hurting, and I was going to follow his word. When I went in there and I brought him dinner, and he was recovering from his stroke, and I told him, you remember that conversation? Yeah, I remember that conversation. He goes, Scotty, how much, by the way, did you say you were going to put away? What was the number? I said 30 grand. He said, no way, you got 30 grand. I said, boop. He was like, what are you talking about, bro? And like I already paid off the Hummer, and so he could pay for his funeral, and and I had some stuff to line up, but like, his eyes lit up and he said, dude, you did it. You did it already. Like, you're doing great, Scotty. He's like, what are you going to do? I said, well, a great man told me I should take a break when I hit this number, because I told him I wasn't appreciating the number I hit. It wasn't enough. How isn't it enough? It doesn't make any sense, but he said it beforehand and it made perfect sense. What do you want to be? Do you want to be happy, or you want to be consumed with money? Do you want to be fun-loving Uncle Scott who plays with your nieces and nephews, or you want to be so consumed by making money that you push their needs aside and you don't love them the way that they deserve to be loved? What do you want to be? I decided to go my father's route. Money, man. I don't care. I want enough to live. I want to survive. I want to be able to do the next right thing, which takes money, gas to get there, food and whatever, but I don't want to be consumed by it. I could. And if you're out there making good money, man, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You can make good money. You just have to reflect on this lesson that Al taught us here. LOL. Chile too would have been terrible. But here's the thing: in the terrible struggles in life, there's beautiful lessons. Sitting there with my father while he was ill was a horrible moment if I let it. But instead, we made it a positive moment by taking his wisdom and reflecting it back at him and letting him know that I'm going to live up to his promise. Where are you going to go? He says, Scotty. I said, I'm going to go to Lake George. He said, that's where people with money go. And he laughed. He said, you go to Lake George, you get yourself a nice little cabin, you have yourself a couple good meals, you do a little shopping. And that's where I got that white hemp hoodie for $20, which was mind-blowing. I should have bought all 5 of them that were there, because I went back a few years later and they were only selling the cheap ones for the same price. But we can't live in regret. I still have that hoodie to remind me of that lesson that my father instilled in me, that money will change you before you know it. Money will alleviate a lot of pain and make you feel cocky, and it'll very quickly help you forget about all that struggle and that pain, and you'll start struggling and being in pain over something else, which is making more money. The heater comes with a Galactic Avenger. Yeah, the heater does. It will come with the Galactic Avenger if it's going to be used. Someone like Tree Farmer, if he needs it, yes. You know what I'm saying? We'll even install it in his place if that's something he needs. It doesn't. But if it goes to somebody who doesn't need it, then I could use. But more than likely, yes, we're going to get. If we give it to somebody, then the heater in the car works. Right, the heater, the AC works. It's just if you're going to be in the car overnight, the camper car, if you're going to be using it as a place to live or as a backup, maybe that would be the thing for Tree Farmer. I know that he lives minimally out there without electricity, and giving him the car with the heater in it would allow him to have a backup where he could stay warm. So they'd probably give it to him if he ends up getting the car. The heater comes with it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Anybody out there struggling today? Anybody out there, anybody at all, IFV, Tree farmer, please, let's expose ourselves. I'm struggling a little bit today to accept the fact that my car's out there broken and there's nothing I can do about it. I want to run around and make it happen. But I got a brother out there I got to have faith in, that's going to do the next right thing and get here with the part and fix it for me. And if not, he'll get here with the part. He already bought the part. It's in his car. I should have grabbed it off him. I could be fixing it right now. But you also got to give people the time to do these things. He wants to help me. He wants to fix it for me because he's a good friend, and I've been helping him out, and he wants to help me out. So give him a little bit of time. And it comes down to it. It goes back to that taking it for face value, right? But with a grain of salt. I have no expectations on my brother here. If it comes down to it and I have to do it, I will not be angry at him because he said he'd do something and he wasn't able to. That's setting down the boulder of pain. That's not allowing these expectations to breed resentments in our hearts. And keep that in mind for yourself. Take it easy on yourself today. You made it through yesterday. You're going to hydrate a little bit more today. You're going to reach out to a friend for the first time in a while. You're going to stop saying no to that little whisper that says call them because they're busy or they don't understand. What are you going to do today to heal yourself? I highly recommend that you listen to good music. Misled Utopia is this free-flowing fountain of musical medicine on YouTube that's relatively unknown for some reason, but amazing music. Nako Bear and Medicine for the People. If you don't know who Nako Bear is, please Google him. He's got a YouTube channel too, and it's beautiful musical medicine. Sublime, now Sublime with Rome, is amazing musical medicine. I highly suggest you take that medicine, and maybe some hardcore, maybe some Megadeth is your medicine. I don't know. Maybe that's what sets you free and helps you find peace in your heart. We're all different. The medicine is different for all of us, and I accept that. I know that the medicine that works for me, I want it to work for you, so I'm gonna push it a little bit, check it out. But that doesn't mean that Misled Utopia or Nako Bear or Sublime will be your medicine. I implore you to go out there and dig in, listen to something new, and you'll find something that touches your heart. And when you do, hold on and take the lessons from that. Nako Bear is beautiful musical medicine, and so isn't Misled Utopia, and so isn't Sublime. Sublime brought me and my brothers together before they passed. In this really beautiful understanding, through their loss. When we found Sublime, Bradley had already passed. And we felt that for Sublime through their music, through their love, through their compassion. It gave us hope that this band that felt such a tragedy could still be spreading love despite their loss of their brother. And that, as my brothers passed, helped me to move forward. Sublime has been huge for me. How they handled their brother's loss by incorporating him into some videos as a ghost and still putting his musical medicine out there for other people to heal from, helped me and my brothers, and it helped me a lot when they passed, because I knew that I wasn't alone in that pain of losing a brother to their addiction. If you're struggling with addiction out there, I implore you to open your heart up today. If there's someone you love struggling with addiction, please share this with them. If there's someone that you love struggling with grief, depression, mental health issues, we can help you figure out how to handle this situation, and we can help them by allowing them to be a part of this community of understanding, hope, and appreciation that'll bring us all together. You deserve love in your heart today. You deserve to handle a situation appropriately, and without the struggle and without the pain, without going through it. How do you know how to handle it? I've been through that struggle and that pain of losing my brothers to their addiction. I've been through that struggle and that pain of mental health issues and grief and loss. And so has all my brothers and sisters that are on the channel today. And we're all here with open hearts as the turtle herd to weather the burden together, so that we can heal each other in a beautiful way. We can set ourselves free from that pain that teaches us these beautiful lessons. We can learn the lessons and let go, so that we don't have to feel this pain anymore. You don't have to feel regret in your life the rest of your life. Even if you didn't do something, you didn't say the thing, you didn't do the thing, and it caused this thing to happen, learn from it. Steve died, I didn't say a damn thing to him. I knew what he was doing and going into that back room. I was so scared of losing him, I didn't say anything. Didn't say a thing to him. I let him walk into that back room and I lost him. A couple weeks later I showed up and there he was. In this last epic moment that we had together, that I give thanks for despite the pain, because I was able to alleviate my father from finding him in that way. And secondly, that was our last epic moment as brothers. And I felt a lot of regret for years not saying the thing I should have said. So And then when Rob passed, I did I did a little bit more, but I should have done more. I wish I would have done more. I couldn't have done more. I only knew what I knew, right? So I learned a little bit and I said something, and it wasn't enough. Now, don't go into something saying that you're thinking that if you're going to say something or do something, it's going to change this human being who's in pain. Know that you're saying it to alleviate the possible pain that you have in the future, because living in regret is a pain that lingers, and there's no growth from that regret unless we recognize it and move forward. The past week has been pretty bad. Well, we're here for you, Tree Farmer. If you want to elaborate, brother, we can reflect and meditate on what's going on with you. As always, brother, we're here for you, and I appreciate that. I think a lot of people lose track of the fact that when we're struggling, when we open up our hearts in that struggle to someone we love, it doesn't weigh them down. It doesn't weigh me down when you open up to me, brothers and sisters. What it does is it allows me to open up right back, and we both can set ourselves free from this pain. We can both learn from it and find the purpose in it so that we can move forward with true, open, loving appreciation and compassion through the struggle. I implore you today to take the lesson from the pain and to appreciate it and to grow from it, and to allow the love in this world to heal you in a way that you couldn't be healed unless you truly appreciated the lesson that came from the struggle. We start by opening up. We start by giving thanks for making it through yesterday. My brothers aren't here. They didn't make it to through yesterday, and that should be appreciated. The lessons that came along with the struggle, this epic pain that allowed me to do better and do better and do better. And then this last person about 6 months ago who I truly love, it allowed me to open up with them and not be afraid. Actually, no, I was afraid. I was scared shitless I'd lose this person by being open and honest with them, because it's hard to talk to a drug, right? Drugs don't listen. I didn't say these things to this person expecting to save them. I said these things to this person so I didn't have to live in the regret that I lived in losing my brothers. And I implore you to do the same. If you don't have the strength to say something, call somebody. If you think they'll be mad, call them anyway, because they'll still be here because you made that call. And life's long. It's a long thing, man. If you got to make the call and do something for someone you love that they don't necessarily like in the moment, that's fine. My sister will admit to you openly that I had to make the call for her when she was younger, when we were younger, because I didn't know what to do besides either handle it the way that I wanted to handle it physically, which was just been feeding the darkness. So I made the call, and she was angry at me, and it separated us for a long period of time. But now she realizes and thanks me. And I'm in a situation with another person that I love right now who thinks that they're gonna stop me from doing what's best for them by threatening that they'll never talk to me. Well, you're just a youngin', all right? You don't seem to understand how long life is. Is basically what I says to this person I love. You will thank me for these steps that I'm taking that you don't want to take right now. No one wants to. Everybody says they want to be out of pain, right? They want to be out of the struggle. They want to be out of this cycle of abuse that they're stuck in. But it's so hard to put the work in because we don't really believe that we deserve what's on the outside of that struggle. You deserve what's on the outside of that struggle. And now, is it going to be comfortable when you get there? Absolutely not. Are you going to be content and happy and appreciative as soon as you make that jump and make that leap into the positivity? No, it's going to feel empty and hollow because all you know is validation through struggle, and you deserve better. And so you're going to have to hold on for a while to get used to being in a place of appreciation and hope. Because it can be painful to be in that place when all you know is pain, right? That's all we know. So no matter how painful it is, no matter how much abuse we've gone through, that's what we deserve and we know. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can break that mold, but it'll be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle. The pleasure and love can be so full of fear because we feel like we don't deserve it. We've been conditioned that we don't deserve it, that we push it away. And I'm here to tell you, brothers, sisters, my loved ones, my family out there in YouTube land, my Turtle Herd members, slow and steady here, we weather the burden, that it's time to embrace it. It's time to move forward with love and compassion in our heart and learn from these scenarios so that we can grow. But do the next right thing. I implore you to say the thing to someone you love today. I implore you to expose them to this understanding in 988 if they're in struggle, abuse, mentally, physically, or spiritually. If they're dealing with addiction, there's help there to help them on their road. If they're thinking about leaving this world on their own record, if you're thinking about leaving this world, I'm telling you right now, as a brother who loves you, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. This too shall pass. Everything in life shall pass. And if you feel like that's not a realistic thing, then wait a while. I'm telling you, give me a little bit of time. Give me today. That's all. Hold on for today. Hold on for one more minute, one more second, and you'll start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you. Um, Tree Farmer says the past week has been pretty bad. We appreciate you expressing yourself. I've been right on the edge of death several times in the past month. Toxic, shock, etc. Lots of thoughts and prayers, but no return calls. Let alone help. Well, here's the thing, brother. The help never comes the way that we think it should, right? And if we think this is what help is, this is what I'm making the call for this end, right? This means to an end that is going to happen. It's most of the time it's not going to happen that way, brother. You're here right now. That's God responding to you in your prayers. And I'm not saying that the pain that you're going through is appropriate or that I want you to be in it, but the pain that you're going through, there is some kind of silver lining. The silver lining is that it brought you here. It allowed you to be opened. And I'm sorry that you're on the edge of death, and I'm sorry that you're struggling the way that you are. But there's value in the struggle, and it brought you here, brother. You're here right now because of the struggle. If everything was hunky-dory and you were skipping through roses and felt great, you wouldn't be here with us. You wouldn't be helping your brothers and sisters who are listening to this conversation right now grow. There is a silver lining to your pain, brother. I wish I could pluck it out of your heart, but if I did, that would take away the lessons and the appreciation that you have for not being in pain. So part of me would love to take all that away from you, but I know that it wouldn't be helpful for who you are and our growth as humans here. What I can do is alleviate a little bit of that pain by giving away a free car. And Tree Farmer, you're open, honest communication. You're right at the top of the list, brother. You come in here and you're opened. You go on to the shorts and you comment on what they are, and you do your due diligence to help this grow. Tree Farmer, you're an amazing human being. Without the pain, would you be going through and striving to help this channel grow because you know that there's love here? Without the pain, you wouldn't be here, man. You'd be out there skipping through the rose fields and whistling Dixie. It wouldn't matter, man. So there is a silver lining to this pain you're going through. All week, people told me that they can't get here to me, then accept me to get to them. Brother, that is a painful one. And believe me, I know that. This house gets so empty and everybody cares so much, but nobody shows up. And I ruminate in that thought. And it becomes more and more and more, and this boulder of pain grows in my heart because I'm alone. And then that whisper starts to grow that I deserve this pain, and what's wrong with me, and I do all these things for other people. Those are all expectations breeding resentments, and it sucks and it's hard, brother. But the page will turn. I promise you that. We got to start just doing for us, and filling our cup is the only way that we're going to start learning and growing. Putting expectations on other people, like life's hard for everybody, brother. I know it's hard to see that through our own pain, right? Well, life's really hard for me and I'm alone. I get that feeling without a doubt, man. I'm here to back you up, Tree Farmer. That feeling of being alone, that feeling of being lost, that feeling of being that you would do and go and be there. And if it was me, then I would, and whatever breeds these resentments that we hold on to, that weigh us down. Let that go, brother. We're here with you in the moment, and whether it's going to be a struggle the rest of the week or not, in this moment we have love and appreciation in our heart for the struggle, man. And I love you, man. I love you deeply, Tree Farmer, and you're in the right place, man. You're doing what's right by exposing this pain. You're doing what's right by being open. You're here right now because of the pain. You're part of the turtle herd, and a loving, compassionate human being who, without you knowing it, is spreading love across the world. We're across the globe right now. We have friends all over the planet that are struggling, that are coming in here and hearing your story and understand that they can be strong enough to get through because Tree Farmer's getting through. Despite the pain, that some young man, young woman might come in here that's never allowed themselves to open up and go, you know what? Tree Farmer's going through a lot, man. If he can open up and heal, I can open up and heal. And then we grow together. That's, you're never going to truly grasp the impact you make into this world. That's part of the tricky part too. You're never going to see it all. You put a little pebble of love into this ocean of life, and you're not going to see the tsunami that comes on the other side, through your small action of throwing that pebble of love. But it'll change the world, brother. You're changing the world right now by being open and honest. Ken says, you rock, Scott. Brother, I learned by watching you, good sir. That's right. Been there, done that. Worked a while and take talk to somebody. Yes, brother, you're here right now talking to somebody. Let's see what's going on with our brother Randos. Oh, okay. He's got a little update on a friend of ours. That's all. I'll chat with him in a little while. Been there, done that. Thank you, Ken. Bottling up our pain and keeping it to ourselves, we think we're not burdening people, but we're actually adding the burden because they're worried about you, man. I'm worried about everybody out there, man. And when you open up and you expose us to the pain that you're going through, not only do you heal, I heal. We all heal as a group here. And you help people beyond your understanding, especially in this format. We're talking to people across the planet right now, across the globe. We've got friends everywhere and that are willing to admit that they're trying to set down the pain, but also trying to appreciate the lessons that come along with it. And your open-hearted communication here means a lot to those people to help them grow, Tree Farmer. So there are positive things through the pain, brother, and I'm here for you. Keep sharing, keep expressing, and we'll keep backing you up. And we're not downplaying your pain, brother. I'm sure it's a struggle out there. I know how it feels to be alone on 130 acres of land. This trailer might as well be 130 acres of land at time when months go by and no one shows up, but everybody acts like they care, right? And then I get locked in my abyss and my pain, and I don't share it with anybody, and I become lonelier and lonelier. I've lost too many good people to attack addiction. I know there's nothing I could have done to prevent their deaths, but I did save 2 people that OD'd in front of me. I am 2.5 years clean now. Thank you, Lady J. So here's the thing. There's value in those losses, Lady J. You saved those 2 people because of all the other people that you've watched pass. You were able, whatever you did to save those 2 people came from the lessons of losing all those others. And that doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it beautiful, but it does give purpose, right? I lost both my brothers, but I was able to save someone I loved just recently, just this year through me knowing that I might not be able to change it, but putting my foot down and saying a thing. And this person might not make it forever. They might OD tomorrow. Who knows? But they didn't OD 6 months ago. And they put it down and they asked for help for a while and they survived one more day because of me and the pain I've been through. So, value in pain, value in struggle. Ken says you can and will get past through the pain, Tree Farmer. We're here with you, brother. You can and will, and this too shall pass. And like I said, man, I can't make any promises, but you're becoming a huge part of this group, Tree Farmer, through your open, honest communication. You are a beloved member of the turtle herd because you open up. And I think that's going to go a long way when we come to make the decision. Hopefully, maybe if this car won't work for you or somebody else, they decide it's somebody else, the group, the community, anybody who's here decides that it should go to somebody else, maybe the next one. But my heart's with you for this. And, we still got like another month, maybe a little bit more before, we haven't even gotten down to Georgia yet. We got to get a vehicle and then things will happen quick, brother. But in God's time. That's good, Lady J. Thank you for opening up. Zero, how are you this morning, my brother? Zero, I'm doing pretty good, despite the struggle, despite my car being out there broken, despite the fact that a good friend of mine said he'd fix it for the last couple days, but he's been busy and he's got the part. Next time I see him, if he doesn't have the time, I'm just going to get the part off him and do it. Without expectation. So I don't hurt this relationship with my brother because he's trying and he said he would and he doesn't. But so here's the thing. The other thing is to be adamant about what you need, right? So I'm not going to let this go on forever. By today when I see him, I'm going to be like, dude, either do it and that's fine, or give me the part and I'll do it that I had you get for me. And that's fine too. I'm not going to just stew in it forever and sit here for weeks and then get mad at him for not fixing my car because he said he would, right? Because I'm stubborn and I'm human. He said he'd do it. So I'm going to sit here and punish myself and not say anything. It's that's asinine. It ain't getting you nowhere. And I learned that lesson through pain. My cousin Jimmer, this amazing human being, my brother in my heart. We had this amazing relationship. He was his philosophy that everybody needs a buddy. Rings true, man. We all need a buddy, and he was my buddy, and he was there for me, and he loved me, and we cried together, and we thrived together. My H2 Hummer, a really nice vehicle, was parked in the next door neighbor's driveway, and I lost my keys. He told me I could break the ignition. I'll fix it tomorrow. No big deal. And then we'll be able to turn the wheel and get it to the house. we looked for hours for the keys in the snow because I must have ran over him with the snowblower. As soon as he broke that ignition, I stepped on the key. I felt it, and I was like, "There it is." And he was like, "Already broke it." And then we fast forward 2 years, and the car's still sitting in the driveway, the Hummer that I haven't been able to drive in 2 years. And because I kept being so passive about it, because I kept not asserting what's important to me, and I kept just saying, "Oh, okay, it's okay," and next week, forever. And even though I seen him 3 or 4 times a week, the Hummer didn't get fixed until the point where we were in a fist fight in my kitchen. And that's me not standing up for me. If I would have been adamant from the beginning, maybe it could have been different. Maybe it wouldn't have been. Maybe I should have just took it upon myself to pay for it and get it fixed, right? It would have been a ridiculous amount of money. But then I didn't do that either. So it's on me. And the Hummer sat there until it rotted to shit. You can't leave a car sitting there for years, And I ended up getting rid of this amazing vehicle that was gifted to me. Well, it wasn't gifted to me. I paid for it. 10 grand for an H2, an Eddie Bauer Edition H2 is a pretty good deal, especially when you don't have to pay it for a year. But we got to let go of these things. It's a connection to my father. He got stuck with this vehicle. And, but here's the thing, through that pain, he got stuck with this H2 that he co-signed for kind of. And it was a lot of pain, a lot of money going out every month and a lot of whatever. But it ended up paying for his funeral because he sold it to me knowing that I would make sure it happened. He put it into my hands. He didn't even sell it to me. Just put it in my hands, knowing that it would happen. So through all this struggle, his funeral got paid for, and I was given a sense of purpose as a son. And then through the struggle of me and Jimmer, I learned that you have to be adamant about what's good for you. And if it comes down to it, no matter what somebody says, you got to take care of it if the time frame, before it becomes too late. And you got to say the thing you need to say to that person you love before you lose them, because Jimmer's gone now. And I never got to reconcile with him. And that bothers me. But the pain from that not being able to reconcile with him has helped me learn that I have to be more adamant about what's good for me. So there's lessons in all this. Sub-Zero, I'm glad you guys are chatting. Thank you, Ken. Please elaborate if you feel open for it. Help your brothers and sisters learn to be open about their grief and pain through your expression, if you don't mind. Anybody out there, you are not a burden for opening yourself up here. You help all of us grow in a way that you could never understand just by opening up. Speaking truth, damn straight. That's all I do is speak the truth, brother. My truth might be wrong sometimes. I never said I know everything. I know, what I'm saying? I know about, that's all I know. I know the pain I've been through, and I know the growth that's come along through me accepting that pain. And we're learning and growing here together. Lady J says, "Farmer, stick with the turtles. There's so much love and support here. I'm sending you love and healing vibes to you, brother. Thanks for thinking of you getting better." Let's all just take a moment and send that love to Tree Farmer, man. Little hearts up here on the side, showing him that we care and that we listen and we hear him despite his struggle. Ken, thanks. I hope you are doing good. Ken, we love you deeply. Zero, I am here to be respectful, but the issue I see with what you're saying is every time I've opened up to anyone, I'm either told too bad, too so sad. It sounds like a problem, so suck it up. So you're opening up to the wrong people there, Zero. We really got to gauge who we open ourselves up to. This is not the place you're ever going to hear that, brother. You're never going to hear that from me. You're never going to hear too sad, so sad. You're going to hear, you know what? I understand your pain. And a lot of people don't know how to digest it. Maybe you're saying it to the right person, but they don't know how to digest their pain, so they need to just push it away. Brother, thank you. Let's commend Zero for opening himself up here, because that's a true thing. It's hard to open up when everybody has slammed the door in your face when you try to open it, right? But this is not the place. I promise you that. My brothers and sisters here that we've cultivated as a group, the Turtle Herd members that proudly move forward and they open their hearts with their burden so their brothers and sisters can open their burden. We're here for you. Please, Zero, you can open up about anything you want. And if I don't understand the struggle and the pain, I'll be honest. But I've been through a lot, brother. And I've had that door slammed in my face too. Too bad, so sad, right? Get over it. Well, you know what? Q. How about that? How about Q and the horse you off to get here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit. We gotta take those losses and not allow that to affect the rest of our. Take that loss of that door being slammed in our face, and we gotta still have the will and the ability to open the next door, brother. And you're doing it right now, man. You're a hero for not allowing that pain of the door being slammed in your face to silence you forever. And I commend you. And you're helping other people that have had the door slammed in their face be willing to open up, man. And you're a hero for that. So if I can get some insight on that, that would be amazing, brother. We're doing our best, and here's the thing, you might try 10 times and 9 times you might fall on your face. You might open your door. You might try 9 times to open with somebody. That one time that you being open is truly heard and there's a lesson there, that's worth all the other 9 times the door was slammed in your face. All right. And I'm telling you, I've had the door slammed in my face. And a lot of that, you got to think about who you're talking to. They can't digest the pain. They can't understand the pain. They don't know how to heal and grow from it. How are they going to help you? Their defense mechanism, most of these people that are slamming the door in your face, their defense mechanism is to slam the door and stay away from it. That's how I get through the pain. That's not how we truly heal. That just adds to the pain that's piling up behind us. This dam of anguish and angst that's building that's gonna lead us to somewhere dark. And we're going to a positive place here, brother. And you're heading on that positive journey by opening up, and I appreciate you deeply. Zero says, I'm almost certain struggling with the on and off homelessness, my car dying, my computer and motorcycle getting stolen. So I'm doing the best I can, but the stuff is hard. Yes, Zero, brother, we appreciate you, Zero. We appreciate you deeply, man. We are giving a free car away, and I know Tree Farmer is very in need, and he's at the top of our list right now because but you can always throw yourself in the hat for that, bro. You can always throw yourself in the hat for that. And all we ask here is be part of the community and help this community grow through watching videos and responding on them. You got to let us know that you'll put it to good use. Check out the car in the playlist, My Car, the Galactic Avenger, Zero. You're already doing the biggest thing to get in the car for free. You're on here opening up, and despite the struggle that you have opening up, brother. We all have this struggle opening up because the door's been slammed in our face so many goddamn times that we're waiting for it, right? We got to drop those expectations that the door will slam in our face, and we got to open up one more time. Just one more time. Here today was the time, right? Right now is the time the door didn't get slammed in your face, brother. And it was all those other 9 times the door got slammed in your face is well worth it. Because right now, right here, I hear you. And I love you. And I'm sending compassion, love, and appreciation to you in this moment for being an open-hearted individual. To all the heroes out there that are willing to face the pain head on and admit it in their heart so that your brothers and sisters can go, wow, there's strength. Now I'm going to open up. It's time for me to open up now because my brothers are showing me the strength. My sisters are showing me the strength by them opening up. You're an amazing human being, Zero. And like I said, throw your hat in the ring, brother. Throw it in there. The car's there, brother. And hopefully we'll be able to move forward after this. I'm not going to say it could happen right away, but we'll give this car away, my Galactic Avenger. And I'm really hoping that we can start generating some money here. And we're already doubling up the next 200 that gets donated to the next right thing through gifts here in the stream. So that 200 will be 4. That could be a car as soon as we hit that 200. And that car, and then Crank can come in and help us work on it. I could work on it. If you guys, anybody in the community wants to help work on this car, and then we can give away another one. That's going to be the concept moving forward. Now, it's going to take a little while to build this concept, but God, I really think, I watch this guy just smoke blunts and talk shit. And he's talking about making $1,700 a month off people donating to him, sitting in his car, smoking blunts and talking shit. Like, we're actually doing something positive here. I have faith that, that it will come in a beautiful way. And I'm not, without expectations. We're over about $150, so far. So we got about like $50 more to hit that 200 and all that be doubled, man. And there's 400 towards another car. That's what we do. We focus on the positive despite the struggle. Does it sound ludicrous? Yeah, it's ludicrous. Does it sound insane that my purpose in life isn't to make money, but to try to figure out how to get shit cars and fix them and give them away to people in need? Because this giving my car away it made me realize there's a lot more people out there that need vehicles. It's brought it to the forefront. I want to give Zero a car. I want to give hashtag Team Mark and hashtag Team Gluehuffer and hashtag Team Adam all deserve cars because of who they are, but there is a line here that determines whether you get it or not, and the community gets to make that decision. The community is going to make that decision based on your interaction here, brother, and you're already making a huge impact, Zero. So if you want the car, please throw your ring in your hat in the ring, and anybody who becomes a hashtag team possibility is going to be dragged over into the next one. Whoever doesn't get the car this time around, which there'll be some broken hearts, I'm sure, and I really want to help everybody, but I can't. The next time we raise $400 and buy a piece of shit car and we fix it, then you guys will be at the top of the forefront because you're part of this community. And maybe eventually we can get everybody who comes in and opens up a vehicle. It'll take time though. I can't do it tomorrow. I don't have shit. I got a couple grand to buy another van, and I'm giving away a car that I could really use the $500 for selling it or junking it. You know, the $100 in the heater and all the gas to get it there and all that stuff that I could use for a different thing. But none of that matters because my brothers and sisters are struggling, and I want to do the next right thing, which means giving this car away to somebody who didn't need. Zero, possibly you. Tree Farmer is at the top of our list because he's been here and open and honest and expressing himself, and he goes and he comments appropriately on videos about what the videos are on. You got another call coming in. I don't give a shit about. Leave me a message. This is the important conversation. This is what matters in the moment. Let me get caught up on our comments here. Hold on a second. If I haven't gotten to you yet, I was just reflecting on what Zero had to say. Hey, phone died. I'm back. Good IFV. Poor horse. I think it's comes with the diesel heater. It will come with a diesel heater if need be, brother. If you're Zero, if you get the car and you're homeless, it comes with that diesel heater, which it can run off kerosene. If we run it off kerosene, but this won't be for like another month, man. I mean, everything takes time. I got to get a vehicle. I got to get down south and get a vehicle. But throw your hat in the ring, Zero. You got to nominate yourself. Yeah, the car is free, Zero. The car is free. There's a couple shorts that express it, and then there's a 10-minute long form live. That is the car giveaway and exactly how it works. And it's what I'm talking about right now, man. It's that simple, man. There's no sign in. There's no buy in. You need to have a license and you need to live in the continental U.S. because that's where I'm going to be able to get this car to. That's it. And you need to be in need. And you need to actually, express through work, that you are going to put this to good use and it's not going to hinder your life because giving something to someone a lot of times hinders their life. I just give everybody who needs one. Who 30 people have raised their hands in here. I need the car. Give me the car. You know what I'm saying? And we don't talk about any of them because they don't come back. They think I just raise my hand, just give it to me. None of those people, it would help. It would help none of those people for me to give them the car. Tree Farmer, it will help. Adam, it will help. You, it would help because you're here, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you put in the effort to show that you're willing to grow this community and this positive understanding. That shows me that you're willing to put the effort in, and this car won't go to vain or won't make your life too easy that you don't give a shit and it makes you lazy. How is it going, man? Hey, Sam. I live in Kirkville, New York. I just came back from the Canadian border, actually. It's freezing up there. The Adirondacks are beautiful, but don't go driving through there in a snowstorm in the middle of the night with half-balled snow tires that you just got for free off a friend because the other ones were baloney skins. Don't do that. But check out the ice castle in my shorts. We went up and checked that at Saranac Lake. It was a frozen day, but a beautiful time with my niece and my favorite fly boy. I know he hates when I call him that, but he works on helicopters, man. I love the little bastard. Takes good care of my niece. He's a good husband. He's a good man, despite being young. He serves our country, our military, by fixing helicopters. He's my fly boy, and I love his face. Go check him out. Sam, where do you live at, Sam? Where are you at, brother? That's very nice, Scott. Your economic heater. Doing my best. See, I'm grateful that I have an offer, but maybe a motorcycle or the next giveaway. I've always been not comfortable in a car, but a bike. So here's the thing. Do you know anything about fixing bikes, man? I got a badass bike, dude. I've got a Boulevard. It's like an 01 Boulevard that needs a fuel filter and a new battery. Maybe we could put that in your hands, brother. Maybe that could be the next giveaway if that's more what you're interested in. We'd have to raise some money to like ship it to you and get it to you. I was hoping to sell that too, you know what I'm saying, for a G. I could easily get for it, but maybe that could be part of the giveaway if a motorcycle helps you more, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that could be the next right thing for us, Zero. I appreciate you pointing that out. I've got this bike that's been sitting back there for 2 years because I don't have the money to work on it, nor do I have the ambition or knowledge to do so. So there is a nice Boulevard back there. It's a nice bike, man. It's not the biggest bike ever, but it'll get you there. And maybe that's something we could play with, Zero. If you're interested in the bike, man. So here's the thing too, bro. I mean, yeah, and if you're not comfortable taking anything for free, I get that, bro. Maybe we could work out some kind of deal where you help out the channel grow. I mean, that's what we're doing here. You help the channel grow, you get a free car, through compassion, understanding, and appreciation. Share this live with someone who needs a car. Share this live with someone who's struggling in pain. Share this live with someone in your life that understands that people out there need love and help and appreciation and acceptance. And we're going to grow this community together, brother. I mean, Zero, you're a hell of a man for opening up. And Tree Farmer, you're a hell of a man for opening up. You're doing the right thing by showing your brothers and sisters that we weather the burden together. We're embodying that concept through love and appreciation, through really opening up. Because I know how that feels. I'm going to lock off and contain myself and be caught in my misery and pain. Well, none of that misery and pain means shit if you don't open up to somebody and allow them to open up so that we can both heal and grow together. Let's get caught up. It's been I own it. Oh, okay. Sam says I own a tow company. I was going to say I could help you transport the car, but I've been in Miami, Florida. Well, so here's the thing. I spent some time in Florida, Sam. I'll keep you in mind, brother, if I'm ever broke down. I do got AAA. I don't know if you guys, I got to get AAA again before I travel. If you're going to travel, even if in a piece of shit, especially in a piece of shit car, get AAA. The Galactic Vendors always brought me somewhere where, barely rolled into a parking lot, barely rolled into a safe place, but it's always gotten me somewhere to work on it. But the first year traveling, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be working on my car on the side of the road. So I could get AAA, right? But that's awesome that you own a tow company, Sam. It's been a therapy that I can't explain other than peace. You're talking about the motorcycle? Yes, dude. I strive to get back on a bike. I really would love to get that Boulevard rolling again, man. And I'm speaking, off the cuff here too, whether things might work or might not work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not promising anything with the bike. But I do want to do the next right thing, and that thing's been sitting back there for the last couple of years. Do you work on motorcycles, Zero? Maybe we could work something out where you fix up the bike, little tit for tat somehow, if that's what you feel comfortable with. We got to figure out a way to get you the bike so you can work on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm up for doing anything that's the next right thing, bro. And if that means putting this bike to good use, but we also have to, generate some interest in this conversation we're having too, so that we can grow this conversation of love, appreciation, and respect by sharing this conversation. Not just about the car giveaway, not just about doing the next right thing, not just about embracing the pain and finding the lessons from it, but about acceptance, love, and appreciation for who you are in this moment and how amazing you are by sharing your pain and allowing your brothers and sisters to share their pain with you. And riding a bike is therapy beyond belief. Believe me, I miss riding a bike. I miss it. Sorry, I've been very patient. I've been kind of busy. Just away from a visit of friends and gotta go. Much love. Well, much love to you too. Thank you for expressing yourself, Lady J. You're always welcome here. Our Turtle Herd member of the month, Lady J, for going through and commenting on every single video in an appropriate way. Literally, every single short video she's commented on. That shows support for this channel. You're absolutely amazing, Lady J. Somewhat, but I don't know it. I'm already able to learn it. Well, that's the thing. That's the big thing. You're willing to learn it. You're willing to figure it out. We put this bike in your hands, brother. You're willing to figure it out. You're not just going to take the bike and scrap it for money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna figure out how to get the damn thing running. You're gonna find somebody who'll help you fix it. You know what I'm saying? Where you're at. We got to figure out a way to generate that money to get it to you. I'm going to put in as much effort as you're going to put into changing your life, man. And that's it. Capping myself off, brother. I'm willing to put this effort in, but that's the stipulation. The stipulation is you put in just as much effort as me, man. Because I don't put in any more effort than anybody puts in for themselves. That's the whole car giveaway thing. That's the whole possibly giving away my motorcycle, man. Starting this conversation. That wasn't even on my mind. But brother, if it'll help you and you're determined, man, to find someone to help get it running, I mean, it's a good bike, dude. It's worth a G. I could get a G for it, not running. Somewhat, but Sarah says we can talk / contact you because, like you just said, I don't like doing stuff for free. Uh, my grandfather always told me never ever if it free work your ass off for it and say thank you. Damn straight, brother. And that's what we're asking for here too, man. You know, you're gonna do that. You know, if you want this motorcycle, I give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But you better work your ass off for it. There's some things that gotta come along. I'm not gonna work my ass off to get this motorcycle into your hands, unless you're working your ass off too. You know, we got to figure out a way to get it to you. Where are you, Zero? I don't even know where you are, brother. You know, first of all, are you willing to find a mechanic or someone around you to help you get this damn thing running? Because I refuse to put it in someone's hands that's just gonna take the money they can get out of it. Because I could use the money too, you know. 360. Hey Scott, hope you are hanging in there. Love you, see you, spirit light, and oh, we love you too. 360. It's always good to have your light and love. Come back soon, Lady J, says Zero. Yeah, we'll see you soon, Lady J. We love you. Lady J, have a great day, says IFE. Always supporting each other here. The Turtle Herd's an amazing thing. That's what we're here to do, support, love, and appreciate each other. We're here to weather the burden together and to find the lessons through the pain, the positivity through the pain, the purpose in the pain is today's conversation. I need a vehicle more than money, so I get you. But I only have to put in effort to do so as well. That's it. Brother, I'm telling you, I'm open to this bike conversation. Now, it's something that just came to mind, and we got to chat about it a little bit. Check me out on Facebook, Scott Jackson Syracuse, and send me a private message. Send me $1 to my Cash App that's in my description so we can have a number. Join the Discord so we can have a real conversation, brother, because this is outside of what we were planning on doing, but I'm willing to have the conversation with you, bro. I'm willing to have the conversation about how we can put this motorcycle that, you know, I was given because I was owed $1,000 and has had some issues into your hands to help better your life. I'm open for that conversation, man, especially if you're open for putting the work in. What did you say that bike was? The bike is in a Boulevard. It's a Suzuki Boulevard, 250. So it's not a big bike or anything. Nice. It's a nice cruiser. It's a nice bike. I like it. I've driven it once. I had a Suzuki Savage before that. It's basically the same thing as a Savage. You know, a little bit nicer, a few years newer. BJ, Lens, Tree Care. Hey, Traveling Scott from United Kingdom. Hey, BJ from Kirkville, New York, brother. You got some struggles in your life, BJ, you're willing to share with us to help your brothers and sisters grow? Are you willing to acknowledge the lessons that have come through your pain? Or are you willing to try to open up and figure out what those lessons are? Please share with us. Zero, what's your Discord? God damn it. We have nobody in here. Crank's not in here. I don't know too much about Discord. If you have a Facebook, Scott Jackson Syracuse, brother. What I'll do is I'll have one of my monitors put the Discord in the last couple, a link to the Discord in the last couple lives here later on this afternoon, so you can get on Discord and we can chat, Zero. BJ, of course, brother. Well, share with us a little bit, BJ. We appreciate you being part of the community. Help your brothers and sisters grow through open, honest communication. Help your brothers and sisters embrace the pain and the lessons that come with it through how we handle the pain through open, honest communication here, brother. Also, I am Missouri. Okay, Missouri. That's reasonable, brother. That ain't so bad. BJ, you have spoke to me, bro. Give me a lot of time regarding my father's health. Okay, I'm sorry, BJ. It's hard to keep track of all these people here. You know, I'm a very visual person. Names are usually horrible for me. And BJ, I do remember speaking with you now that you mention it, and I apologize for not remembering you. You know, it's hard. We got a lot of friends here I've never met. I've never made friends or family in a way that we've been making them here. And I try to keep track of everybody's, you know, maybe I'm horrible at taking notes, but I've thought that too. Maybe I could be like, BJ, this is where he lives, and I can remember. You know, if we got together and we had a conversation, I'd remember you, bro, and I'd remember it. You know, and I appreciate you understanding, BJ. Thank you so much, man. I'm here for you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's share this live to anybody who's in need. Anybody who's willing to share their struggle so that their brothers and sisters in this world can grow. Anybody who's willing to push forward through the darkness and find light and reverence in their heart. You know, anybody who's willing to put their passion to work to help their brothers and sisters grow. I am a tree surgeon, woodland management manager, lumberjack. That's awesome. Have we talked about that before? I don't think we have, brother. That's absolutely amazing job. I'm glad you're out there, probably doing it in a healthy way, right? With respect and appreciation for Mother Earth, I'm assuming. You seem like a great guy. I'm glad you got a great job. And I'm glad that you're on here expressing yourself. I'm glad that we can be a family here. And the family's effort over time. It takes time, right? You just popped in and just said hi. It's hard to take my word seriously that you're family. But for me, if you're willing to open up and you're willing to learn, you're willing to grow, you're willing to be here with your brothers and sisters, then you are family. And I appreciate you for putting that effort in, for being open and honest. It's not an easy thing. A few months ago. Okay, yeah, I do kind of remember now. These last few months, I'll be honest, it's been rough for me. I fell into a place of depression. I allowed the whisper to tell me that this beautiful thing that I'm trying to do is out of my reach because I'm not worth it. I allowed that to happen, and I through opening up, through the right medication and meditation and reflection, through the right medicine, musical, spiritual, and physical, I'm able to find my way into a beautiful place now, and I'm trying to share that medicine. That's what a lot of my shorts have been about lately. Some mental health tips that I've been given, that can translate into a lot of positivity in your life if you just take them for what they are, brother, and truly reflect on these gifts and let them grow in your heart, my friends, my family, my brothers, my sisters. And Tree Farmer, whether the community decides that you get the vehicle or not, I'd love to come visit you. I'd love to. It'd be a blessing to see you and spend some time with a brother. And that's the biggest thing too, man. If you're trying to help somebody that's struggling, be there for your brothers, man. That's the best you can do. That's enough. You can hear them. You can spend time with them. You can figure out a way to laugh and grow and love together. That's enough. Like that's being a brother. That's being family. You don't have to fix everybody's problems all the time. What you got to do is be there and listen and understand that their problems are hindering their life. And you got to try to help them figure it out. That's what we do here together for our family. Don't forget to double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. I almost guarantee it. If they do, we always thought they wouldn't have, without a doubt. If you are the first person to have your thumbs fall off when you double tap that screen, there's got to be some kind of reward for that. We'll figure that out. Just dumped a bunch of tobacco in my coffee. Yeah, I suck at life sometimes. Let's get caught up here. I think I found you. Okay, it's me in a red canoe on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook much, but I'll make it the next couple of days. I'll make it a priority to get on there so we can communicate. Zero. If you're willing to put the work in, I'm willing to put the work in, brother. I got this thing, man, but we got to put the work in. We got to figure out a way to, I don't have much. We got to figure out a way to get this vehicle to this motorcycle to you. We got to figure out a way to, you got to put the effort in finding someone to work on it or something. I don't know what the whole conversation is going to be and what the whole thing is. We're just starting this conversation of possibly giving away a motorcycle that I could put to good use, but it might be the next right thing for you, Zero. And if you're willing to put the effort in, I'm willing to have the conversation. Would love to have you down here. Thank you, Tree Farmer. Hey, BJ Lees. We're in the UK, dude. I'm sort of near Stonehenge. Our brother IFV's near Stonehenge there, brother. He's wondering where you're at. IFV. Yorkshire side, BJ says. Up, down, pit. I'm not sure what up, down, pit means. Up the tree from the IFV. Up the trees from IFV, he says. Nice to meet you. I'm glad you guys are getting along, man. Maybe you could take a hike sometime. Get together and experience life together. Could be a beautiful thing, man. And, the friends and family that find ourselves here is a blessing for me. The struggle and pain that it took for me to start this channel, the struggle and pain that it took for me to have the compassion to open my heart in a way that you guys allow me to open my heart is changing my life on a daily basis. And I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, become a member of the Turtle Herd. You'll never regret it. You might turn away from this channel. You might pop in one time, might see me and say, hey, never see me again. You like, subscribe, get those notifications. You'll always be with us. You'll always have the opportunity to open yourself up and show appreciation, love, and respect through true communication here in this moment. Facts, says Zero. Damn straight. Oh, good. I did find the correct one. Yeah, okay, you found me. Awesome, brother. Now we're Facebook friends. That's great. Nice to meet you, IFV. Yeah, he's an amazing human being. BJ, and we're glad to have you back, man. Hit that notification bell so you know when we go on, BJ. This way you won't miss us for months on end. We miss having you, brother. We miss having you. You know, we can continue to learn and grow, but true connection comes through effort over time. So it does take time, brother, and you join the conversation a little more often, and I won't be such a space case and forget about you. I promise. Also, either I will fix it myself, since I do have some experience fixing my old bike, but if I can't fix it, I will ask my grandparents, who they recommend as a mechanic. All right, well, let's continue this conversation, brother. And like I said, there's a lot of logistics we have to figure out. I don't know how I'm going to get this bike there. I don't have a trailer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that could be the next thing on the agenda for the next right thing. Us raising some money through some stickers and stuff like that. Maybe when we hit that 200 and that 200 becomes 4 through the donation that Crank's going to give us for hitting that 200, maybe that'll get the bike down to you. But it's going to take time, brother. It's going to take time, and we got to come to an agreement. And you got to prove your worth here, BJ. You got to prove that it's not going to hinder your life. You got to prove that you're the kind of human being that's willing to put the effort in. And how you do that is you go and you comment on as many of my shorts and long forms as possible pertaining to the video. Watch, like, subscribe, be here. You know what I'm saying? This is you're really your first engagement here. So it's going to take some time to build trust and appreciation. And you could do that through helping the channel grow by subscribing, by sharing, by being part of the conversation to help your brothers and sisters grow. Keep opening up about your struggle so that we can learn and grow together. They're all beautiful things. We hope it works out too, Zero. BRB, gotta find my Discord server. Okay. I'm glad that we can do the next right thing. Does it suck? The guy's gonna suck. I want to ride that motorcycle again someday, but the reality of it is just sitting back there, man. If we can figure out a way to put it in the Zero's hands, and he's really going to show appreciation to us and the channel by being part of the community and helping this grow, I'm willing to put that in his hands. But he's got to put the effort in, and he'll do it or he won't. And then there's no expectations. Of course, brother, glad to be back on the live. Brother, we love you, and we appreciate you, BJ. Show your appreciated. There's a lot. There's a handful of new shorts that are absolutely amazing. I don't know if you ever checked out Coffee Talk. It's my featured video. I'd really like to get some feedback on that and how it is, because I plan on doing a couple more. It's a 7-minute long form video that I put a lot of effort into, that I'd really like some feedback on how it is. I mean, we've gotten a lot of feedback and it's all positive. But I'd say only 400 views, but it's gotten 400 views so far, which is good. And I think a lot of people are really responding to it, and we're going to keep growing that segment, Coffee Talk. I've got a couple more lined up already. That's epic. Zero. Really hope that it works out. We're all hoping it works out, brother. You got to put the effort in, Zero. Of course, brother. Glad to be back on live. We're glad to have you here. Yes, I remember the coffee drive. Oh, no, not the coffee drive, man. If you look at my page, there's, we used to do coffee in the morning in the camper car, right? That's the total separate thing. There's a long form that's 7 minutes long that's featured. It's called Coffee Talk, Bunny Dude holding a cup of coffee. It's 7 minutes long, brother. Conversation between me and my brother about open, honest, real shit in the morning over a cup of coffee with some really cool graphics in the background. A bunny man and a Sasquatch man, contemplating the universe, their life, and their place in it. In this very creative and beautiful way that I hope hits your heart. But it's called Coffee Talk, Volume 1, Episode 1. And it's my favorite long form besides Episode 10, which is Ruby Falls. Me and my sister are going to Ruby Falls. If you like caverns, you like adventure, you like excitement, check out Ruby Falls. It's an amazing long form. Now, the other long forms are just kind of me learning how to kind of put my journal entries together, and there's not much on there when it comes to long form. That's something else I'm going to start utilizing and growing here once I get to Georgia and kind of have that spotter when it comes to doing some work. Rob's amazing when it comes to getting me motivated, keep me rolling. I hit these roadblocks when I work alone on digital media that he helps a lot with. Oh, yes, I see now. Awesome, brother. I'm glad you're checking it out. Please give me your open, honest opinion on Coffee Talk. Good, bad, or indifferent, man. What could I have done better? I know there's some stuff I could have done better with that video, and I'll get better at the next couple. But I think those segments can be huge, and it doesn't have to always be with Misled Utopia. The next two that I have lined up, because I already have the audio, are with Misled Utopia. It could be a conversation between me and Zero, and Zero can pick his spirit animal that we can kind of show in this cartoonish way through our conversation. It could be a conversation with BJ. It could be a conversation with 360. I believe the last time we spoke, you were doing some renovations at Friends. Yeah, so I was in Indiana then. Yeah, and that's in the Next Right Thing playlist. We're going to go back to Indiana and keep working on that because someone cut off all the damn shutoffs to this woman's house. So, that's something that I got to check the hot water tank, being home, realizing that there's a main shutoff on that, which I should have realized I was there. If not, get some fat rubber gloves, and I'm going to disconnect the pump from the well right from the pump. And then we're going to be able to actually finish up this bathroom and the plumbing. And then we can work on our heating system. That's just obnoxious. One of our heating vents got clogged, probably something living in there, and someone just decided to cut a hole and run the heating duct down and across the floor and then back up, which totally negates all the pressure that her heater, her furnace does for the house. So we're going to figure that out for her too. Those are the two main goals at and the sink, all the plumbing fell apart. They didn't glue it together, so I got under there, and her sink was just going right underneath her house. That's another thing. I put it all back together and kind of braced it together to the best I could, strapped and held. But those three things are the three main things that we got to do when we get back to Sally's. That's the Next Right Thing. That's where that money's going through stickers and gifts here is going. And the more we grow the community, I believe and I have faith that we'll be able to do a lot of the Next Right Thing. Everything's time versus money. I got the time, and I'm not asking for any money. I'll make that too, but you can be part of the solution if you got a couple bucks, if that's what you have to contribute, and especially up to $200. We're doubling that right now. That'll be helping your aunt in Georgia or Sally, and getting there, or the Next Right Thing. Part of it might be getting the motorcycle to Zero. These are all decisions that we're going to make here as a group. Keep that in mind. If you're listening right now, you get to help make the decision of where this money goes. That gets generated. If you donate $5, that's great. It becomes $10 really, and you don't have to do that to be part of the community. They're just saying if you have that extra cash, that's fine. But for me, it kind of blows my mind, man. Watching the dude that just smoke blunt and talk shit about making $1,700 a month in donations, kind of blew my mind. Like, this dude's doing nothing positive, and people love it. Like, we're trying to do something positive here. I'm sure that if we can build this community enough, there'll be enough people out there that have a bit of money that are willing to help us do the Next Right Thing, and we're going to commend those people. Just like we commend Chillum for the 50 he donated, just like we commend Tommy for the probably 50 he's donated over time, 10, 20 here and there. And it's all sitting in the Next Right Thing fund, despite the fact that I'm broke. I'm po. You know what I'm saying? And that money's sitting in there to get us to Sally's and to get us some materials so we can fix it up. And then that money's sitting in there so we can get the motorcycle to Zero if that works out. And then that money's sitting in there if your aunt or uncle's struggling. If you know someone who's struggling that needs some work done, their roof is leaking, or they need their lawn mowed, or need some steps rebuilt, please share this live. Because those are the things I can help with. We got to get me there through donations and appreciation. Or I'm just going to spark drive and get us there. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the reins. You know what I'm saying? But the more time I spend making money, the less time I have to do these things to help these people that are in need. And we've got Sally. And I'm imploring you out there to help me find the next person to help after Sally, because we've got these 3 big projects at her house that'll alleviate what I've said I've done. I'll do. Which I'm donating all my time and energy, like I have the last couple times I've been down there. And I'll be donating all my time and energy when it comes to mowing your uncle's lawn who can't mow his lawn, or taking down that tree, or patching his roof, or doing a little drywall work, or doing some painting for someone in need. Please share this live with someone who's in need, who can help us figure out what the Next Right Thing after Sally's is. Long forms don't get to watch views in general. Live really helps the view hours if that's the goal. So here's the thing, but lives don't generate any kind of revenue either. The long forms, that watch hours generates revenue because there's commercials. That's just how it is. So watching those long forms actually helps our community grow, Now, I have made a dollar off of my long forms because there's not much going on, but I will develop long forms for you guys so that we can indulge in that and have another avenue of financial freedom, which I'm not planning on a million views here, people. I don't think it's going to happen. Get millions of views and make 20 grand. How would that be? You get millions of views and make 20 grand, and we could take that 20 grand and turn it around, and we could, how many people could we help with a million, with millions of views and $20,000 in the Next Right Thing Fund? Now we can get there through sharing this with people and exposing the YouTube algorithm to the beauty that is humanity through our compassion and growing this channel. It's not easy growing a channel on compassion. The dude that sat there in his car and smoked blunts and made $2,000 a month in donations, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, but that's I think that we got something bigger going on here than that. Zero, LOL. My spirit animal is a wolf, and Native American name is White Wolf. Well, thank you, Zero. My brother Rob was the wolf. He was our protector. My brother Steve was the bear. Their imprint that they made into this world, and the Haudenosaunee. The nations up here up north, and the fire keepers. My brothers were Onondagas, the fire keepers. I appreciate the reminder of that wolf medicine, and I'd love to have you, Zero, as a member. You check out that coffee talk, and we could have you as the wolf. We could have a conversation together, and it could be the bunny man and the wolf, like it's the Sasquatch and the bunny man, and you could be part of one of the episodes to come in Coffee Talk if you're interested. Any of you can. As we grow this Coffee Talk thing, you just got to check out Coffee Talk. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me, hey, I'd love to have, this is my spirit animal, and this is what, and I would love to be part of the next conversation. Scott, please involve me. And we can have a nice conversation over the phone. We can have a conversation in person, and I can take that audio and I can make something beautiful the way I did for me and Rob with volume 1 and the next, episode 2 and 3. And as it grows, speak good words in positive, brother. Yes. Speaking your good words in positivity, brother. Thank you, BJ. You're an amazing human being. And thank you, Zero, for sharing. The wolf is a protector, is a provider, is strength. That's why Rob was our strength. He was our wolf. He was our protector. Steve was the bear. You didn't want to poke the bear, but he was like Winnie the Pooh half the time, and we called him Drunk Bear the other half the time because you're all drunk. Fall fades forward. Like Chris Farley thing where he falls on the table and he just straight obliterated it. Like I've seen my brother Steve do that in real life. It's like a 200+ pound engine, 250, probably something like that. Just freaking face plant over, boom, bam, like there goes Drunk Bear. There him go again. But it's also, love and compassion and appreciation with this bear medicine, man. The power to do an amazing thing. But the willingness to feed the light, right? Awesome. 360, you're an amazing human being. Thank you very much for the $20 gift that'll become 40. Put us almost close to that $200. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you for the sticker. That'll help us get there and do the next right thing. See, one small step at a time. We're $20 closer, more like $40 closer with the double up that we have just in that one donation there. And then that $400, we get to decide what we do with it. It's not going to cost me $120 to get to Sally's, and then maybe another, $100 worth of materials here and there. So, and that's what's in the Cash App fund. Now we have this fund that's going from YouTube, and then that 200 will be 400 because of this Chime hustle that we got going on between me and Crank and us donating our money back that we make off Chime, off me putting money in my account. That money will go a long way to doing the next right thing, brother, and you guys get to make that decision, which is an amazing thing. Thank you again. I was planning on cutting off, but, we don't cut off here while we got a timer rolling. We don't ever cut off while we got a timer rolling. That shows respect for the person that's decided to take their hard-earned money and be a part of this group because they can, and it's not expected. If you don't have money, like I don't have money, it's okay. You be part of this group by enhancing the channel through your interactions, love, and appreciation. You be part of this group by opening up about your struggles and pain so that you can help your brothers and sisters open up about that struggles and pain and find a revenance, find value in the struggle, find value in the pain here today. Zero, it's not much, but sent you my last $2 via Cash App. I didn't send money ever. This is a worth time and money, but I'm still here for what you do. Thank you, Zero. And then the $2 to the Cash App is very much appreciated. We get 100% of that. And then this way, if you sent, hopefully you sent your phone number maybe with the Cash App thing, so that we can communicate, brother. That way, I'd much rather have a phone call with you, brother, so we can figure out this motorcycle thing and how it would work, and you can impress to me that you're really willing to put the work in. Instead, you don't expect something just handed to you, because I don't just hand shit to anybody. My father expected me to work for it. You want this place, you want this love, you want this light, you want this food. You know what I'm saying? He expected me to get up and do the next right thing, whether that be helping him out or going out and helping a friend or saying yes to the opportunity that lays out before us to do the next right thing. He helped anybody who would help themselves. And that's the key. You can't help someone who won't help themselves. Stop trying to save someone who's not helping themselves. No matter how many tears drop out of their face, no matter how much struggle they're going through, you can't save them if they don't put in the effort. If they don't recognize the growth that comes through the struggle, you're not going to help them. And your energy is going to be in. That's why here we focus on the people willing to put in the work. Are you willing to say the thing? Are you willing to your struggle? Are you willing to put a little effort in for this free motorcycle that Zero's going to end up with here because he's putting the effort in? Then I'm willing to give it all up. I'm willing to give up everything. I'm willing to do anything and everything as long as you're willing to go that distance with me. I'm here with you. Yeah, my last two, and you're amazing for sending that last $2, brother. Don't send anything you can't send. That's the other thing. But if you had the $2, it's very much appreciated. That'll be another close to a gallon of gas. That'll get us to Sally's. That'll get us to the next right thing after that. That'll help us get this motorcycle to you if you figure out, who's going to help you get it and you put it to good use. Because the only way that you'll disappoint me is if I put this motorcycle in your hand or I put this car into somebody's hand that we're giving away for free. Check out the 10-minute play, the 10-minute live. And then they just don't put it to good use, and who knows, man? I'm not going to say that it's got to work out a certain way. BJ, human compassion does not cost a dime. Damn straight, it doesn't cost a dime. It costs a lot of struggle, though, to obtain that compassion. There's the purpose in the pain. To truly have compassion, you must have walked through the fire. To truly understand how it feels to be burned and consumed by the flames and pain in this world, you must walk through it and feel every bit of it so that you can help your brothers and sisters understand the struggle. That's the purpose in pain. Whatever pain you're going through, you can open up to us here. We're not going to discredit it. It's real and it's valid and you deserve to feel it. But what we are going to do is help you pull the purpose from it and understand that there's a silver lining to every bit of pain you've been through. And I know how hard that can be to realize. When this realization hit me when my brother passed. And I was told to accept the gifts that come from his passing. And it immediately pissed me off. Nothing good can come from this. I lost everything when I lost my brother. I found him in the most vulnerable way you could find another human being. And I lost everything. How can there be a positive lining? Well, you know what? Losing him in that way helped me to say something different to the next person. Helped me say, and losing that person helped me say something in a different way to the next person. And all of it helped me to be a better human being. Losing Steve, the biggest gift was this understanding to slow down and watch Mother Earth's, watch Creator's creation lay out before me and to understand what it means. I've expressed here a couple times some of the beautiful moments I had during my brother's 10 day that helped me to realize that Creator was close to me. When you're in pain, when you're struggling, when you lose somebody, Creator is never as close to you as when he is when you're grieving. He feels your grief. He understands your grief. Creator knows. He allows his children here to struggle and it hurts him. Or her, or a God of your understanding. A good father doesn't sit back and happy that their children are struggling. They're struggling with their children. And I have, without a doubt, Creator's struggling with you right now. I'm struggling with you right now. But us coming together through this struggle is the silver lining, brothers and sisters. Us being able to share this live stream, to share whatever short videos that you think somebody else might find appealing. There is short videos on the car giveaway. There's short videos on traveling. There's short videos on mental health. There's short videos on the chunky little bunny. There's shorts for everybody. I can almost guarantee you, if you check out my playlist, you'll find a playlist that you'll be like, that sounds interesting. You want a barrage of puppies and dogs I've met across the country that are amazing little creatures. As I spark drive and DoorDash, check that out. There's some cool ones. You want bunnies? There's a chunky little bunny who's a prick who runs my life. He's in there too. You want to check out the Next Right Thing and a little bit of work that we've done? Check that out in the Next Right Thing category. You want to see the car we're giving away, the Galactic Avenger? Check out how I've spray painted it, duct taped it, and held it together with hopes and dreams. In my car, the Galactic Avenger playlist. I'm more Norse pagan due to the life and stuff, and I down, man, and that's coffee talk. Okay, then we could do like a Norse pagan theme for our coffee talk, Zero. Make sure you comment that in the coffee talk. You'd like to be put on the list of, because we'll start a list of who we're going to do coffee talks with. We've got 2 more that I've got to build that are from Misled Utopia, and then I'd like to branch out with my brothers and sisters and have you guys as part of it. We finally caught up to the $20 donation here in the stream. I'm at 360's $20 donation right now. We still got a little bit of time on the timer. Our BJ says, shame me can only hit the like button once. Keep sending the love. So here's the thing. There's no shame in that, brother. You can only hit it once, but you can share it with everybody in your contacts. Implore them to hit the like button. Check this guy out and hit the like button. He's trying to do the next right thing. Brothers, sisters, family, whoever's in your contact. Share it with everybody, man. Are you willing, and send a little message with it. Are you willing to like this guy's conversation about love and hope? Are you willing to fight the darkness through appreciating the pain? You know what I'm saying? Jump into the conversation. Be part of the solution. Send a little text to the people that you love and share this stream with that understanding. And that's how we grow. That's how we show the algorithm that this positive appreciation is more valuable than some douchebag sitting in a car smoking a blunt talking shit to people because it's entertaining and it's easy to digest and there's no work there. So I'll just sit there and watch this dude. There's work here. There's work to be done. And it's okay. We're gonna weather the burden together, man. But the algorithm doesn't believe that this conversation is valuable to a certain extent because of the credit and notoriety that all this other bullshit gets. But we're gonna change that preconceived notion. Zero. My road name was my 2012 Road King was. The Predator. Which, funny enough, is noise of predator. I'm sorry, man. I'm glitching out. We got to catch up on that. I probably misread that. Charles Chaplin, the greatest speech ever is rad. Jesus Christ. I do what my buddy does here. There we go. Our cleverness has left us hard. Oh, here we go. Has left us hard and unkind. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Said that in the 40s. He said that in the 40s. Yeah. And then look at where we are. We're all shutting ourselves off from the world. Everything gets faster and faster and easier to digest and more consumable, right? But, but is that good for us? That's the other thing. What's good for you? For me, into the future, I'm hoping that I can join Misled Utopia on the compound and I can build a beautiful home and I can keep doing the next right thing. I think that we're developing this idea of what the next right thing is together here, right? So hopefully that's giving away vehicles. Hopefully that's fixing up vehicles and giving them to people in need and showing people that they can live a different way. I plan on buying a yacht, a broken down yacht or an old plane and building a deck around it and making my house out of that on this property. Be involved in that and show you how it works, man. We can live minimally and have a good time. BJ, thank you for the prayers, brother. Zero, forgot to add my phone number. Cash App, but I will send it to your number via Facebook. Thank you. Send me your numbers, or I'd love to have a conversation with you, brother. Got a lot going on, so it might be a couple days before I can get to you. But keep joining, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing this live, keep sharing the ones that are relative to the people that you care for, the short forms and the long forms. That coffee talk. If you guys could get on there and share that shit to everybody you know, that would be a blessing to me because I worked my ass off on that, and that is something that I never thought was possible for me. But I sat down with a brother who didn't allow me to give up, who kept encouraging me that I'm going to create something beautiful that's going to help people. So keep pushing. It took me 3 days to make that 7-minute video, bro. And the next one might take me 2 days. And the one after that will take me a day. And then before you know it, we'll be cranking these things out, but it takes that first initial struggle to do anything. You ever put a roof on? Go ahead and try to put a roof on, by yourself without anybody showing you, even with someone showing you. And then 3 years later, you've been putting roofs on. How much better are you going to be? Through the struggle, through the pain, you're going to learn and grow, brothers and sisters. And I have faith that struggle I went through making Coffee Talk will be worth it because they'll get better and it'll get easier. And this concept that it grows, and now that we can have my brothers and sisters that come in here and communicate with us can be part of the Coffee Talk. Like, I would love that. I would love to have realistic, open communication with you guys, and you guys, the spirit animal that represents you, and then create a video through our conversations the way I did with Misled Utopia, the way I'll do with the next 2 that are coming up, because I already have the audio. As someone who had and still has shitty situation through my life and struggle, I've always seen it's best to look for the positive in the negative. Yes, it's always, well, here's the thing, man. You don't have to dig too far when it comes to positivity in the negative. There's a lesson there in grief. There's a lesson there in addiction. There's a lesson there in abuse, whether you're abusing or somebody's abusing you. And whether that lesson be that you're strong enough to dial 988 and ask for help, and then express that so that your brothers and sisters can be strong enough to do too. Where's the Coffee Talk at? 0. The Coffee Talk is it's my featured video on my page. If you check out my page, Traveling Scott, it should be right there on the top. Coffee Talk. There's a bunny man holding the coffee, episode 1. Feel free to take the 7 minutes, brother, and share that with as many people as you think might appreciate it. Because we're going to grow that segment together. I got to hit the road, Scott. Epic Live, catch up, rest later until the next. Yes, okay, catch up and rest. It's about time to take off too. Our little timer went away from our amazing $20 donation from 360 today. If we don't have any other timers come in here soon, then I got to take off because I got to go start doing what I got to do. I got to get the car fixed. I got to make a couple bucks. I'm hoping to DoorDash for a couple days, Spark Drive for a couple days before I hit the road. If we get one more like up there, that would make me feel amazing. We'll hit a nice round 20 likes. Possibly do that by sharing with someone you love, asking them to come in and like the stream, because we're trying to do the next right thing here. Even afterwards, you could share this live as it becomes an actual live posted on my page. If any of this rings true for anybody you love, I hope that I know that we're able to touch hearts through the pain today. There's the purpose in the pain. We're touching hearts, we're touching lives, and we're doing the best we can to acknowledge the purpose in the pain. Fire hot. I know not to touch fire. Me not saying what I should have said to my brother helped facilitate him leaving this world on record. But I can't hold that against myself because I didn't know any better. I was but a child. With the tools that a child had when I lost my brother. And you have to give yourself that forgiveness as well out there, brothers and sisters, that you learned and grew from it. That gives purpose to my brother's death. Know that you're loved. Know that you're not alone, and give yourself credit today for the beautiful things you do, for the open-hearted, loving, compassionate human being you are. Open your heart and spread that love and spread that hope in the best way you can. And I feel amazing today, knowing that, we've turned a corner and now we may be able to put this motorcycle to good use because Zero seems like he's willing to put the work in, and I'm willing to just go outside the status quo and despite what I want, do what's good for my brothers and sisters. I got that bike sitting back there, brother. We're going to have a conversation about it, and hopefully we can put it in your hands. And it sounds like you're the kind of guy who's willing to put the work in, who's willing to put the effort in, just like who we're looking for the free car. Because we don't want to hinder anybody's growth through just giving them anything, right? Our love transforms us into an enabler. You know, because we readily give too much. We alleviate the pain we've been through in others' hearts too quickly, and they don't get to learn the lesson. We grab their hand before they touch the fire, and we scream in their face, "Don't do that!" And then they burn themselves, or they don't burn themselves, and they don't learn. So feel free to double tap that screen and appreciate this moment for what it is. Spread love and hope with your brothers and sisters. Like I said, I got to take out of here.
Angelo said he calling you. What the hell's going on with this girl? Huh?
Okay. Side you up. Sounds good, brother. Here's the thing. You're the only one in the running for the motorcycle. You're the only one that's mentioned it. So that's not really like a thing we're doing. It's a thing that I'm willing to do for you through our conversation. So we can talk about that separately. And, we are giving away the car. And make sure you watch the video through, brother. View time is a huge thing. If you click on it and you just click away, that doesn't help us very much. Because then the algorithm says, someone clicked on it, but they didn't like it, kind of thing. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys with hope, love, and respect in my heart. I'm going to embrace the lessons that come from the struggle today. I'm going to find the purpose in the pain. And you guys have helped me realize today, especially, that there's beauty and purpose in the pain despite my struggle and my inability to accept it, because how could anything beautiful come from this painful scenario, right? I hold you closely in my heart as I give thanks to Creator for bringing you into my life today, for allowing us to heal and to grow and to make an impact in this world that is bigger than ourselves, and allow me to not listen to the whisper that this impact that I'm making, isn't good enough, or that I'm crazy for trying to do these things. I should just fall into the status quo and worry about making money. Well, I've done that and I've been there, and it didn't heal me. I want to be healed, and I want to heal my brothers and sisters, and I want to have a caring, compassionate life that has to do with love and respect and admiration for the people around me. And we do that by setting aside, this anguish through acknowledgement that there is a purpose in the pain. And we put the effort in to change our life, and it's exhausting emotionally to put that effort in, brothers, sisters, my mothers, my caregivers out there. It's exhausting, but you deserve the best in this world. And you're only going to get that through understanding how fire hot. And you're only going to understand fire hot through burning yourself. So I'm not going to stop you from burning you. I'm going to be here to console you when the flames consume you and you're in so much damn pain that you can't go on. We're going to help pull you through it as a family does. And on the other side, you're going to realize fire hot, and you're going to learn something beautiful, and then you're going to help your brothers and sisters grow in a beautiful way. So get out there. Tickle the algorithm. Check out the videos. Please check out Coffee Talk. I'd really like, if anybody could, to share Coffee Talk with everybody who they think might take the 7 minutes and actually listen and appreciate the conversation there. If you're going to check it out, please check out the whole thing. Because check it out, just a minute of it kind of puts the algorithm up and makes you think makes the algorithm think that it's not, you're not into it. I have learned fire hot many times, but you learn as you go. Damn straight, Zero. Thank you for admitting that. I've learned fire hot 1,000 times, and I still want to stick my head right into the furnace. Boom. That's what I was taught. That's what I was shown. Self-sabotage. Here we go. Like, what the fuck? You gotta fight against that thing that we were taught, right? You gotta fight against this human nature to keep burning yourself. You gotta understand that there's a purpose in the pain so that you stop sticking your head in the furnace, right? But with that being said, with all love, respect, and appreciation in your heart, this is a very, doing this, I got to admit too, it takes a lot of energy. So it's time for me to rest. It's time for me to reflect on today and to do the next right thing for me. We've done the next right thing for our brothers and sisters this morning over a cup of coffee and some deep appreciation. Please feel free to share this with everybody that you think will care, that anybody who's in pain. Dial 988 if you're struggling. It's 111 in the UK. They're here to help. There's people that want to help. And despite how many times the door gets slammed in your face, eventually you're going to find a place of compassion. You found it here no matter how many times the door has been slammed in your face, brothers and sisters. You're finding it here in the moment. So don't let go of that beauty. Hold on to the beauty that comes along with the struggle. Don't dwell on the scar and pick at it, but understand that scar is there to remind us that the past is real, to remind us that the struggle of life is real and there was a lesson to be learned. That's why there's a scar. And we can help our brothers and sisters possibly negate some of that pain by being open and honest with them. With that being said, I love you all. And I'm off like a herd of turtles. You have a beautiful day, ladies and germs.